What's good? What's good? What's good? This is Raw Truth Media. You are live. You are live. Please like, take your shoes off, get comfortable, share this video if you haven't. And if you want to support to the channel, either Cash App Drew06 or Super Chat, let's get this show on the road. I want to say shout out to Yard Talk. Good morning. She said, DJ, if you don't hurry up, hey, I'm on time. I'm on time like Ashanti and Ja Rule. It said 12 p.m. Pacific time, 3 p.m. Eastern. I'm right on time. Shout out to Tierra Terry. She says, you got to talk about the American Airline deal. I have some questions. Yes, we will chop it up about it. It's an excellent thing for JSU. Let's get it to 20 likes, family. My brother Zoe is in the building. Peace and blessings, my brother. Peace and love to you and the 1400 Tiger Club as well. Subscribe to the channel. Real Talk says historical season. Yes, it is. You know what's funny? There was, yes, Jordan Haddon. This is alive. I know I'll be doing those premieres. People be like, are you really live? Or are you doing a premiere? I got people messaging me that every time. But let me start with JSU, the quarterback position. I know it's solidified with Shadir Sanders. I get that. But JSU has to build for the future. Shadir is a sophomore, as we know. He has 2 more years, 1 to 2 more years. They have to get an heir apparent, either in the 2023 class, that would be nice. He could sit back and learn from Shadir Sanders, or in the 2024 class. Because if you're just going to settle for transfer players who are older than Shadir Sanders, that's not going to build for the future. As we all know, Shadir's going to be starting from his sophomore year, junior year, and senior year. As of right now, the quarterbacks that they have on the roster are older and have they're up in grade as well. So JP Adrade, I saw him play in the spring game, solid quarterback, 6'3", 215. He's a senior this year. This is his last year. And Grayson Thompson, he hasn't played a college game. He's a redshirt sophomore. And then you got Norman Douglas Jr., Nuggets brother. He's a redshirt junior. And lastly, Matthew Vitale. He's a 6-year senior from Temple. No quarterback younger than Shadir Sanders. That has to be rectified. The quarterback position has to be tenfold stronger each grade level. So I've already pointed it out in the 2022 class last season, the recruiting class, there needed to be a quarterback. You have to have a quarterback each grade level. That's what I believe. Nick Saban does it, Ohio State does it, Texas, you name it. Eric H. says, definitely need a good quarterback with the style of offense they putting together. Yep. And depth is important. The depth at the quarterback position is very important. Now, luckily, this year, I believe JP, the transfer from Ohio State, he's serviceable. I think he'll do his job. And in case if something happens to Shadir Sanders, God forbid, I think he will do his thing. True Wise TV says, loving this. Thank you. Peace and blessings to you. This is going to be a good show. But if I'm a recruiting coordinator or anyone in that staff, I'm finding me a quarterback in the 2023 class. And I'm finding me a good one. Not no average one. I'm finding me either a low 4-star, it can be higher, or a high 3-star who with the right measure, a pro style quarterback. I want to say shout out to Real Talk for the 4.99 super chat. Uh, he says, any updates on Tyson Bordeaux? Uh, I I can only share. I've I've been told a couple things, but let's just say I won't tell you if he's starting or not, but I'll say he will be involved in some way. Whether he's with the ones or twos, he will be involved. A lot of freshmen like Ryan Pippins, Bordeaux. Don't forget Faison Wilson. Definitely Faison Wilson are contributing early, whether they're starting or not. I know Pippins, he's going to get involved, but the young guys on offense will contribute. That's all I would say. Jordan Haddon says, "Do you have an IG?" I did. I stopped using IG for YouTube. I have a personal IG, but that's only personal because there's so many trolls. Only a few people know it, but I do have a personal IG. But back to Tyson Bordeaux, something to let y'all know, especially Grambling fans. Tyson has gained a lot of muscle. He gained about 13 pounds of muscle. That's what some people told me. And he's getting stronger. Don't forget, when he graduated high school, he was only 17 years old. So he's having that growth spurt right now. Yard Talk says, I only seen photo of Tyson. Yeah, man, be on the lookout for Tyson. Whether he's first or second string, it really, when you're a freshman, it doesn't matter if you're first or second string. It would be nice if you're starting, but it really doesn't matter because you got 4 years to start. You got 4 years to get your name out there. So I'm not really worried about that. But Ryan Pippins, he is fast as hell. When I'm talking about speed, legit force 3 speed, he's that. People forget that Ryan Pippins was a commit to Utah. And Utah was going to utilize him a lot, but things changed. Hugh Jackson and his infinite wisdom hit up Ryan Pippins and his family. And Ryan Pippins decided, like, he was already in the transfer portal, but he made that decision to go to Grambling State. And man, that's going to pay off for Grambling. Yard Talk said, let's go Tyson. Get the likes up. Let's get it to 40 likes. Kevin Levine says, we have players on campus you obviously know nothing about. I only know a couple players, and I know more than the average person, but thank you for that. and I am followed by parents of players who are going to contribute more than others. So God bless. Right, Yard Talk. hey, I'm just a YouTuber, so. But back to JSU, man. I was talking to someone on the DM, and they're JSU fan, and they were telling me that JSU doesn't need another quarterback to recruit another one because they already got Shadir and all the other ones. I said that's not how it goes. You always got to stack talent with talent. Just like the safety position, there was already Shiloh Sanders. You added Greg Great with John Huggins and everybody else, even though you had safeties already there. That's what I'm talking about. That's how you go from the elite program to an average program to a normal program. There's a difference to it. The teams who stay great have unlimited depth in every position. Thank you, my sister. Thank you to all the sisters out here with ethics in class. Thank you for telling Kevin Levine the truth. He said, "Don't come here talking to this man like that." Yeah, I'm coming here in peace, in love, and there's always haters. Haters are welcome, just like the subscribers are welcome as well. But it's really sad that you took your whole day, Mr. Levine, to throw shots at me because you disagree with me. Let's be adults for once. That's all I'm asking. You can disagree with me, but let's be adults. I'm 30 years old, my brother. If I wanted to argue like a teenager, I go back in time when I was 18 years old. Yeah, Tara be on it, man. She don't play. As Zoe said, this staff is on it. One thing JSU doesn't worry about is roster management. Pride stays on point. Shout out to Coach Prime as well. And this is true what I'm about to say. Now I'm gonna keep this on hush hush, but I will tell what I know. Jackson State in the 2023 class, they're gonna flip some commits. Now, they may not be all, but some of the talented players that are committed right now, they're gonna flip some. Just watch on signing day. I know you see 3 commits, but there will be more. What I've always said, if it's not signed, there's still a chance. If the ink is still dry, if it's not dry, then there's still time to flip a commit, especially if they go to homecoming. Homecomings against Campbell. If recruits, whether they're signed or not, go to that homecoming game against Campbell, and Jackson State put on a show and wins that game, man, there's going to be a slew of recruits. Just wait. Give it a couple months. Kevin Levine said, make sure I do my research. So what was the lie I said about Grambling? Ryan Pippins will be utilized. That is the truth. Tyson Bordeaux is getting snaps. Faison Wilson is getting snaps. Now, y'all are talking any Grambling fan. What is the lie that I said about Grambling? That's the truth. The freshmen are playing. Now, are they all going to start? No, but they're going to contribute. Now, you would have had a point if I said, oh, Grambling has named their starting quarterback, which I have not even said that. So again, you, you're just trying to make an argument out of nothing. Yard Talk says them pre-commits don't mean nothing. Big facts, DJ. It don't. The same thing with Grambling. Grambling's going to sign another big class because you know how Hugh Jackson does. He will sign a boatload of high school freshmen, upcoming freshmen, high schoolers, more than transfers. He'll get a couple of them, but only for specific needs. Drew Skilla says JSU homecoming a deal breaker. Yes, it is. You hear what Clemson and those other schools are talking about? They're saying they don't want their players, and Oklahoma does this too. They don't want their players going on visits if they commit. That's the dumbest rule I've ever heard. If I'm an athlete committed to those schools, I'm taking a visit anyway. I don't give a damn. I'll do it. Tierra Terry says depth is huge for everyone right now. Season is coming in, and everyone can sell the coach. That's what it's all about. I mean, everyone can eat. That's the big picture. If one does well, everyone can do well. Look how FAMU is up in the game in social media. Oh, I haven't forgot about Maurice Washington. Maurice Washington, man, he is the real deal. He is the real deal. And with that Grambling offensive line, that's going to be something. When Grambling solidifies the QB position, and it's not like the QB position doesn't have talent. They have talent. They're learning the new offense. and Hugh Jackson came from the pros, so it takes some time to gel. Make sure to hit the like button, share this video if you haven't. You said Kevin Levine says I wasn't talking about Grambling, sir. So what are you talking about? Because I've because everything I've been pointing out, whether it's Jackson State or Grambling so far, it's been pretty accurate. Again, you were speaking on JSU. Okay, what did I say that was wrong about JSU? I mentioned every quarterback that's on that roster, that they're older than Shadur. That is true. I also mentioned that JSU didn't recruit a quarterback in year 22 out of high school, not a transfer, out of high school. That's the truth as well. Is there anything more you're going to complain about? Don't worry, I'll wait. I, mean, I, I, I love YouTube, man. This is funny to me. Shout out to Afro Top Jones. Peace and love to you. Yard Talk says, show is finna sign a big class. Yeah, Grambling, FAMU, Jackson State, man, just watch. Don't worry about these commits already signing. Once y'all get them into the campus, show them love. And that's how Travis Hunter signed with Jackson State. When he went to Jackson State, they treated Travis Hunter like he was family. They treated his family like they were all in one together. And that made a difference. So a recruit goes to a Jackson State on a visit, on Grambling or FAMU or Southern. They're saying to themselves, I'm not just an athlete. I'm a proud black man or a proud person, no matter if they're white or any other color. And I feel love. That's what these athletes want. They want to feel a part of something. Yard Talk says, thank you, DJ. We got talented quarterbacks. I'm trying to tell them. But they keep saying I don't know anything. But I got sources, and I can only say a few things now. Yard Talk, she my girl, she's a homie. Make sure you subscribe to her channel. I'm going to be, for those who are listening, I'm going to be at the Grambling State versus Jackson State game. I repeat, I will be going to the Grambling State Jackson State game. I hope to see most of you there. I'm definitely going to the tailgate. But I've been living in Washington State for 4 years. For those who know me, I'm originally from Houston, Texas. I miss the South, man. I would have been in the South sooner, but this COVID situation ruined a lot of things. But I can't wait to be amongst the folks in Mississippi, Jackson, Mississippi, and go around the historic vet stadium. Yard Talk says FAMU is doing great. Oh man, they doing their thing. They're looking at what Jackson State's doing. They're doing self analysis and saying, hey, we should do that too. We're documenting every practice. Every time you go to a FAMU IG, they're posting practice. They're posting highlights, low light, you name it. Coaching interviews. Shout out to FAMU. Peace and love to BY. Y'all thought said, let's pray for Kevin. Oh yeah, them prayers are needed. Tierra says, honestly, I would be surprised if Southern Grambling and FAMU. I wouldn't. I would be surprised if Southern Grambling and FAMU got a 5-star given the opportunity. I think they could get them. And would it? Yeah, I had to go back to it. You said, honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if Southern Grambling and FAMU got a 5-star given the opportunity. I think I wouldn't be surprised either. It's possible. We got to stop. This is what we got to stop doing as a community. And I'm not saying any of y'all been real. We got to stop having that mentality that we can't. I like the mentality that Tierra just pointed out. She wouldn't be surprised if any other SWAC school or HBCU school get a 5-star. That's the confidence we all gotta have. Oh, one main TV. She being sarcastic. She talking about Kevin in the chat. Uh, that's nitpicking and saying I was wrong about the quarterback position. They don't have anybody younger than Shadur. I just told you that. Here's what I'm about to do. I'm not talking. Hey, Kevin Levine says you were implying we don't have a younger quarterback on campus. You're wrong. Okay, let's put this to bed. And I'm not talking about a walk on who is a quarterback that's not officially on the roster. I'm talking about players who already on the roster are contributing or on the depth chart. He did not recruit, meaning Jackson State, upcoming freshman in the 2022 class that is quarterback. That is the God truth on it. And I'm going to show you the roster because Kevin doesn't believe what I was talking about. And it's sad that I had to do this. This is sad that I had to do this. Watch what I'm about to show you. Let me share screen. Right. I'm going to show you Jackson State's roster. And this is updated, by the way. Give me a couple minutes right now. All right, here's Jackson State's roster. You see the quarterback, sophomore Shadir Sanders. Next in line, we have JP Andrade from Ohio State, senior. You see that right there, senior. And then you scroll down, Grayson Thompson, redshirt sophomore, technically a junior. You scroll down, Norman Douglas Jr., redshirt junior. And then the last quarterback on the roster, I repeat, the last quarterback on the roster is the 6-year senior. When you see graduate student, 5th or 6-year senior, Matthew Vitale. Now, Kevin, where was the lie? I just showed you the roster. Who was younger than Shadir Sanders that you keep saying? I'm in firm belief that people just say anything just to be right. It's not about disagreeing, Kev. It's not about disagreeing. Don't say someone doesn't have the truth when I just showed you the roster. They didn't recruit, meaning Jackson State, they didn't recruit a high school quarterback for year 2022. Tierra Terry says, we let Power Fives make us think they're better than us. We are better than them. And we got to teach them how to be cool. Got to teach them how to play. No, that's right. It's in the mindset. Unfortunately, we have been brainwashed as a community that our own is not good enough. That what we have is not deemed as successful. And we got to get away from that and have a mentality of a ruling class mentality that being black is an amazing thing. Being black is prideful. Going to HBCUs is an honor. Shout out to brother Russell Haynes. He says, question mark, 2 teams from the West, 2 teams from the East, title game, guest host. about that, but Real Talk says money generated this season will be bonkers. Are the institutions preparing for the influx of cash to further enhance HBCUs? That's that's for the ADs to figure out. There's potential for HBCUs to go to another level, but universities have to know how to manage this money and make the university better than what it is here. In athletics, it starts with an athletic program. You got to make sure your athletics have the best facilities, the best lockers, the best training staff that money could buy. Because if you invest in athletics, that will make your university's income quadruple. So your school will get more money. Schools like, again, Alabama, Texas, even though Texas hasn't been winning, A&M, and many more, they have figured this out. Alabama is not even a top-notch school in education, but the school makes a lot of money because the football program has been generating a lot of money. Hey, Kevin Levine, I'm not talking about walk-ons, brother. I'm talking about scholarship players. If you look at the 2022 recruiting class for JSU, they did not select a quarterback out of high school. Again, you want to be right, but that's not even the truth. He walked on to another school. The Oregon court and shout out to the CFL podcast. He knows this too. He was going to go to Jackson State, but he did committed from Jackson State and walked on to Washington or Washington State, one of those two teams. I live out here, so I know. I live in Washington State right now, so I know about it. Kevin, let it go. Again, I was right again. They didn't even. Here's the funny part, family. Carrington and Kevin, they didn't even know that the number one quarterback in Oregon that committed to Jackson State decommitted to Jackson State and walked on to a Power Five school. But they wanted to go in here and act like they know more than me. Shout out to the subs, man. Y'all keep school. They didn't even know that he they didn't even know that he decommitted from Jackson State. Wow, that's funny. Right, Big Spell. They just saying anything. I just read the whole roster to them. They ignored it. They brought up the Oregon quarterback that was number one in Oregon that decommitted to go to, I believe, Washington State. They still ignored it. This has made my day. I want to thank y'all. Thank y'all for the comedy, man. One Man TV said the video dropped today. They are also used FAMU band, ECU, Bethune-Cookman band, the new college hype video featuring Power 5 and JSU produced by ESPN just dropped. Yeah, I saw it, man. That's dope. Jordan Haddon, thank you, my brother. Again, I'm gonna leave that comment up there for the people who do not know. The Oregon quarterback decommitted. Now, the brother Ken Clark, the CFL podcast, Swag Buzz, Coach Simmons, Yard Talk, we all know this. And they still ignored what I said. That's so funny, man. I can't believe they forgot that the Oregon quarterback decommitted. But someone told me a long time ago on YouTube, people would just be saying anything. This is just how they act. This is how Shines act like on YouTube. And correct me if I'm wrong. This is how they act like on YouTube. See, DJ, you're wrong because this such and such player is on campus. Okay. that's a walk-on. You're wrong because the Oregon, the number one quarterback in Oregon, committed to Jackson State. You look like a fool. Well, he decommitted and went to a Power Five. Silence. Where they at now? Tierra says, even I knew he decommitted. Wow. And the FAMU fan, bro, this is why I like FAMU fans. They know about every single team in the swag. So you can't come out here and just spew idiosyncrasies. Jordan Haddon says, damn, I'm a FAMU fan, and I even know that. Right. Oh my God. Uh, Tank says that laugh is killing me, man. My coworkers at my job always tell me I have to laugh to make everybody else laugh. And I didn't even think about it, but yeah, it's pretty funny. Big Spell One said it's all seniors and juniors that back up Shadir Sanders at quarterback. They won't get to play for JSU unless the Shadir gets hurt. Thank you again. Ke- Y'all talk says so. Kevin, how is he supposed to know about secret players that no one has heard of? Right. Yard talk. So I'm supposed to know about the walk on. The only time I pay attention to a walk on if they take a starter or second string spot. That's the only time anybody knows about a walk on. I'm not counting walk on. I'm saying players who are recruited. This is why I'm talking about a way for Jackson State to build beyond these 4 years. And you want to pull this crap and say, oh, well, they got younger walk ons. They don't need to recruit anybody. They didn't need to recruit anybody in 22 and 23. And they're working on 23 behind the scenes, by the way. I'm just letting y'all know. But this is what I'm talking about. We don't listen, but we want to hear ourselves talk. Christopher Johnson said, he said, South Carolina Bulldogs champs. Well, shout out to South Carolina State. Uh, at the Celebration Bowl, they earned it. They played harder than Jackson State. And I can honestly say that was the best thing that ever happened to Jackson State. Because in that game, they were not focused at all. And to the JSU fans out there, how many games JSU would have won in the swag if they would have played as bad as they did the Celebration Bowl? And Kevin says, Ken will tell you who I am. Continue, sir. Well, if Ken, I know Ken, and Ken is a good brother. And one thing about Ken, uh, he wouldn't be in the comments complaining like you are. And one thing about Ken Clark, he's one of the best people I've come to contact with. And so the social media, YouTube, just a good brother. You should subscribe to his channel. Everyone that subscribes to me, let's get him to first 1,000, and let's get his channel to 10,000 and so forth, and even 50,000. Big Spell One says people on YouTube likes to hear themselves talk and support bad information. So true. I pretty much show the whole roster, and people expect me to know about some damn walk-ons. I'm not going to talk about no walk-ons unless they just, again, have a miraculous year when they come out of nowhere and just taking people's spots. That's the only time anybody knows about them. CBW says, bruh, ain't no five-star quarterback coming to JSU to sit for Shadur in 3 years. This is why I mentioned the 2023 or 2024 class. They may sit for 1 or 2 years, but I mean, you can get a low 4 star. that can sit for 2 years, man. There's four-star quarterbacks who are sitting at regular school. Like, they could go to a Boise, they could go to a Cal or any other school and they're sitting. It depends. It could be a 3-star. Just get someone with good medicine. But you don't know that. You never know. Maybe a recruiting pitch could be, "Well, we got you here now, but we got you under the wings to be the quarterback of this talented offense." Tierra says, "Are you serious? What are you gonna do? Run and tell Ken?" Ken probably watching. Yeah, Ken's my dog, man. I mean, me and Ken probably talk about 3 times out of the week. And whatever he needs about YouTube, needs to know about YouTube, I'm always there to help him out with anyone. Same with CFL, same with Swipe Buzz. We're all pretty much cool with each other. DY says so true because another quarterback at JSU will not just fulfill accept practice. Drew School says, Kevin, you have lost me. I don't know what you're trying to say either. Gregory says, question, who do you think Dion will still do you, do you think Dion will still be at Jackson State when Shadir leaves? That's a good question. Man, you open Pandora's box. It really depends. It depends. Really, that's above my pay grade. But I'll say this: here's how here's how Deion Sanders can stay at Jackson State. The administration at JSU, the admin, what they have to do is be able to work with Coach Ron step for step. Don't do a I don't know, maybe it's too much money. No, no, just work with Coach Ron. Make sure his staff is paid well. Make sure the things at the football team are more than adequate. And if you have that, then he can stay. I would love it for JSU to stay. But if he does not, and this is all hypothetical, if he does not, and when Shadir leaves, and I doubt it would be Shadir leaves because, again, like Roosevelt Greenwood said, his daughter plays at Jackson State. I know he's going to stay longer than that. But let's just say all the kids graduate and leave Jackson State. And let's say Coach Brown leaves, if he ever did. Then JSU would have some good candidates. By the time 4, 5, 6 years from now, Jackson State will be an even bigger household name. So coaches will be clamoring for that job if it ever happens. But I think he will stay. Now, how long? I can't predict that because you know how Coach Prime is. He's all about doing what's right now. CBW says he stays because of what he's building right now. Yard Talk believes he will move up to the NFL. Now, Coach Prime did say in the interview, I forget which interview it was on, that the bad thing about the NFL is teaching players how to play the game. And he didn't want to deal with the ego of the NFL. You know, once you're in the NFL, you think you're the king and you don't need to learn anything. He doesn't want to deal with that. Coach Prime has repeatedly talked about it. Reggie Bird says just need to stay out of his way because they are they're out of their level of expertise. Yeah, let Coach Prime be Coach Prime. Just let him be Coach Prime and let him build this team. Let him uplift Jackson State and all HBCUs without any interference. Don't worry about the cost. Don't worry. He's helping all, not even just Jackson State, all HBCUs in revenue just because of popularity and social media presence alone. Carrington Trucker says you're wrong. They did recruit a quarterback who decommitted to decommit means first commit. He's not on the roster. He decommitted. That's not a commit anymore. Once a once an athlete decommits from a school, they're not a commit of that school anymore. It doesn't matter if they once committed. If Jackson State signed a 5-star, not signed. If Jackson State got a 5-star in October, but he decommits in January, that's no longer a commit. I'm talking about all the quarterbacks that are on the roster. There was not a quarterback commit in the year 2022 out of high school. Afro Top Jones says, I don't think Coach Prime wants to deal with politics in the NFL. Nobody wants to deal with that. I like watching the NFL just as a sport, but it's the game within the game in the NFL. Just look what they try to do with Brian Flores. Thankfully, Brian Flores has some justice, but they were trying to have Brian Flores tank games, but he didn't want to do it. That's the crap he had to deal with in the NFL. Drew Skilla says he said he didn't want to coach in the NFL. Afro Top says, and he likes developing young men. Coach Prime has always talked about that. Reggie Bird said, this man has done more for JSU in 2 years than JSU has done for the entire program in 40 years. Financially, visibility, you have a point. Yeah, but I will say this: Jackson State has always had history. I believe, and correct me if I'm wrong, JSU fans. So far in the history of Jackson State, their athletic program in football has produced about 100 NFL players. That's a lot, and no one talks about it. Every time people, and I appreciate what Coach Prime is doing, but I'm tired. You go on social media and you see that, oh, Jackson State's now relevant or they've never had history. They've always had history. There's always, from Walter Payton, Lynn Barney, and many more, 100 players in the NFL throughout its history. It's a lot. That's more than most Power 5 schools. CBW says the whole city of Jackson is kissing Coach's ring. He ain't going nowhere anytime soon. I like that confidence, my brother. I respect it. But I tell you one thing. Here's what Coach Prime has at Jackson State that he wouldn't have at a PWI or Power 5 school. Power 5 schools, they're controlled by their boosters, and they want their coaches to act a certain way. And they don't care how good a coach recruits. They always try to tell the coach what to do. There's boosters in Alabama on the low who make close to $1 billion or around there who are trying to tell Nick Saban what to do behind the scenes. It would never be out in public, but that's how it is. That's why Nick Saban, he doesn't like even doing. He even talks about not even doing functions and stuff. But guess what? He does functions for boosters, even though he don't feel like going around talking to bougie people all day. Reggie Burst says, I'm speaking of updating facilities. Drew Silla says Jackson State is relevant even when they were losing. Man, I remember when they were meaning Jackson State was playing on ESPN around 2018. I think it was against Alcorn or something. And even in the loss, the vet was packed out. And that was a season when they were losing. I think they only won 3 games. Shout out to the brother Hoop Jargon. He said facts. Boosters always trying to dictate the coach's actions. And they do it at another level at Power 5. Shout out to the brother, the Pope. I know he said everything Lakers. Salute. It's my dog right there. Subscribe to his channel. Talks basketball. But I'm going to fast forward to another subject. I've been very interested with this team, Southern. What Coach Dooley is building, man, I think that's the team to watch out for. When you have Jason Dumas, who was a transfer from A&M, All-American, he's like the baby Aaron Donald of the SWAC, and you team him up with Jordan Lewis, another All-American, and you have all those athletic linebackers and edge rushers. Southern's front seven could be the best in the FCS. Now, I'm not over-exaggerating. Uh, I'm not saying it like just because it's popular now to say about Southern because we've been hearing it. But man, this front seven is a monster. If your offensive line is not intact, it's going to be a long game. It don't matter who you are as a team. Your offensive line has to be up to par, even better than that when you play against Southern. Who Jargon says funny. PV alum wanted Dooley because he said PV alum wanted Dooley because Dooley gone because he lost the SWAC championship. Yeah, that was dumb. And look what he's doing in Southern. I know they haven't played a game yet, but I'm impressed, man. I mean, Jason Dumas with Jordan Lewis. Oh my God. Who do you double team? That's the question. Like, really, who do you double team? And then on the offensive lineman, they got Dallas Black, who's one of the most respected offensive line, uh, could be drafted. So their offensive interior and defensive interior are set. Uh, Priscilla says, I think Southern's going to be a beast. They are. Every time I look at ACC content, I'm always trying to look at Southern. Like, what are they trying to do? Like, what the offense going to look like? I know they're going to move the ball no matter what because Coach Dooley is an offensive mind. But I'm intrigued. Like, I don't even know who's going to have the most sacks on Southern's D line is so loaded that you can't even say who's going to lead the team in sacks. Maybe Jordan Lewis because he's on that edge. But man, this team's going to be something. Now, the quarterback position, people are telling me that it would probably be McCray. What's his first name? Bijan McCray. Now, he's a 5'10", 5'11" quarterback from Hines Community College. But he can manage the game. Yeah, he could run a bit. But also, Coach Dooley talked about in the interview, he's not trying to manage the game. He's trying to have a quarterback to win the game. And that's keeping it real. To beat a Jackson State or Grambling or any of these teams, FAMU, you got to have a quarterback that's going to win you the game. Because you've seen how JSU, especially FAMU, play against quarterbacks who are not trying to make mistakes. You end up eventually making mistakes because you're trying to be too safe. Right here, max protection. Man, if I'm JSU, I'm having I'm having the tight ends, the running back block the whole time, trying to make it work. You might have to go max protection. Maybe all SWAC teams have to do it. Not maybe all of them should. Who Jargon says Southern secondary is going to be nice too. Those transfers from Bowie are dogs. Yes, they are. Tank says can't lie. Southern will probably lead the SWAC in rushing and probably in second. Yard Talk says, what do you think LSU Southern score will be? Thank you for the correction, Yard Talk. Bijan. You want me to be realistic, or you want me to have like want me to speak in faith talk? Realistically, now I'm going to tell you what will be a good score for Southern. If Southern can have the first half competitive, but let's say they lose the game because of and let's say the score is 40-20. That's good. But I think the score probably be 45-15. There's nothing against Southern, but what I know about LSU has an elite defensive line, and their secondary has boosted up with senior transfers who are pro prospects. Their offensive line is reshuffled, meaning LSU, but this is big guys, man. Mason Smith on the defensive line for LSU is probably the best D lineman in the SEC. And I'm not talking about edge rush. I'm talking about interior defensive line. Mason Smith, in my opinion, he's going to cause havoc. Pretty much unblockable. You're talking about 6'4", 6'5", 300+ pounds. Can play in, can play D tackle. He's a menace. Coach Simmons says LSU 35, SC 28. If that score, Coach Simmons, if 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 Southern can hold LSU to 35 while scoring 28, they're winning the SWAC and the Celebration Bowl. They're winning it all if they can hold up with LSU with that score. Don't forget, LSU has a top 3 receiver prospect in Kayjon Boutte. Bill Kiper has a number 3. Uh, Others have him number 2. He's going to be a tough one to guard too. But hear me out, Southern fans and players. When you play against LSU, this is your chance to impress the NFL scouts. So Dumas, Jordan Lewis, you got to do your thing. Receivers, if you want to make the NFL, you got to show up against LSU. Come on, Hoop Jargon, man. Show some respect. He said, we got to be real. LSU going to roll them like a tile on Rolls Royce. Come on, man. Well, I try to be nice with that 40-15 score, though. I'm telling you, that LSU D line is nasty, man. Mason Smith and them boys, they're front seven. I don't know what LSU's record going to be in the SEC, but defense is not going to lose a game. What would lose LSU games, there's not enough experience on offense. Now, they got that quarterback that's been there for 6 years, but he's starting here and there, and he just came back from injury. Trying to figure out some of the young offensive linemen. So that it depends if the offense clicks. But defensively, LSU is going to be a lot better than last year. Yeah, I just want, like you said, Tierra, I just hope that LSU does not LSU, but I just hope that Southern is healthy enough. That's the most important part. When you're a school with only 65 scholarships compared to 85 in FBS. Your main objective is to show out the best way you can, win or loss, and to make it out healthy because this is a money game. Shout out to Israel Carey. Israel Carey says LSU's going to slaughter LSU. Shout out to the brother Phil Ross. He says Southern D line is Power Five. Dumas will can can eat. Dumas them can eat. It's just the depth. Yeah. Um, my prediction is Southern will play LSU very tough in the first quarter, first half. Second half, tired out because LSU has more scholarships, more depth, and they're going to be playing in the heat. So, yeah, even though they're from that same area, when you ain't got, I'm going to tell you about the heat. When you ain't got enough bodies and you're out there running at full speed, you get tired out. I don't care if you're used to the heat or not. Luke Jargon said, I've been in swag too long. I know how these go. Yeah, and for those who know, Luke Jargon was a basketball player for Prairie A&M. So he know about the swag. Let Make sure to hit the like button to 90 likes, family, and share this video if you haven't. Man, this has been a fun day. I know we had some trolls earlier today, but this has been a truly fun day today. Talk about football. Coach Simmons says they've been my pick. So Coach Simmons is going to stick with Southern being LSU. I'm telling you right now, if Southern beats LSU, no one's beating Southern. If that happens, if Southern beats LSU, I'm going live that day and saying nobody's going to beat them. That's how tough it is to beat the LSU. What's good? My brother Blunt Dog in the building. Real one right there. He said, extending my peace and many blessings. What up, brother DJ and brother Boo? Peace and love to you, brother. Man, that's what I'm looking forward to. Grambling versus Arkansas State. Arkansas State had a horrible record last year. They're kind of rebuilding with their head coach is Butch Jones. I would love to see Grambling pull off the upset. Grambling has a better chance of pulling off the upset against Arkansas State than Southern with LSU. LSU, man, they just got a lot of depth. Y'all Talk says Grambling got 130 players. Now, Y'all Talk, correct me if I'm wrong. Doesn't Grambling State have a unique scholarship situation because uh, their money is more private? If I'm wrong, let me know. That's amazing. 130 players. Shout out to Hooch Jackson. Shout out to Grambling State, man. And we all need Grambling State to be a great team. They're a historic brand. And I don't care if it's a rival of your favorite team or not. When Grambling State's great, that's good for the whole flag. That's good for all HBCUs. And that would be good for recruiting because where Grambling State is at, the talent's right there. So I want Grambling to be that respected team. When you schedule them on the schedule, you're like, man, it's going to be a long game. And I believe Hugh Jackson will get them there in due time. But man, I was watching videos of that Grambling practice. I know it's snippets, but man, I don't know exactly the wins, how many wins Grambling will have. But I'll tell you what, they're going to be that team that's physical. They're going to do a lot of hitting on that game. Any game they play against those, no matter if it's Arkansas State or Southern, any team. But with a new coach, it has a process at times. Yard talk. She going on record. She said Grambling will beat Arkansas State. Coach Simmons says I'm putting 300 on Grambling to win. The odds are just too big. Arkansas State is a bad team. I would not be surprised. Okay, Yard Talk said no, we are public. Oh, thank you for that. One thing y'all can't say is I'll ask questions if I don't know anything. And that's the thing about YouTube. If you ever do a YouTube show, if you have knowledgeable people in your comment section, ask them if you don't know. It doesn't make you less than or anything. It's just like when you were in school or in college. What did they used to say to you? Ask questions if you don't know. I respect that Yard Talk. She said, Coach, you don't believe in that money game jump. Respect. See, I like that type of schedule. Schedule teams, Sun Belt, Conference USA, teams that you think that you can match up against to be good on film, and then maybe some scouts can be there because it's FBS competition. So I can't wait to see that. Who jargon? If you're not busy, I would love for you to join the stream, my brother. I just sent the link. Yard Talk says if Maurice Washington is as advertised, we are beating Arkansas State. Oh man, she said we about to beat the best out of Arkansas State. I hope that happens because I'm celebrating if they win that game, and I don't care how bad. Anytime you beat an FBS opponent, and I bet you they're gonna be some shines. You gonna look on social media. If Grambling beats Arkansas State, I bet you there will be some shines saying, "Well, Arkansas State wasn't good last year." But if Arkansas State was FCS, they would have beaten a lot of teams. Oh yeah, Ujarka said he at work. He said, I'll try to get away and talk. I'm at work. Here, Terry says, man, the SWAC going to be lit. I don't care. I don't care. This season will be fun for all of us. It is going to be fun. Hey, Yard Talk, you going to be at the Grambling Jackson State game? Coach Simmons says, I am driving $830 to watch that game. Luke Jargon says, yep, they always want to talk shit after the fact. Yep. I see a lot of people do that every time. And it doesn't have to be Grambling or Jackson State. It can be anybody. When they have a good victory, oh, yeah, that's because of this. Oh, that's because this FBS team is weak. Let's keep it real and trill. When's the last time a swag team beat a FBS opponent? No matter how good or bad the team is. It's been a while. And I remember Grambling State almost beat Arizona if that was the Devontae Kincaid year. If Devontae Kincaid didn't get hurt, they would have beaten Arizona. I watched that game. That was a Pac-12 after dark game, and I was pissed off. I was like, "Damn, I wanted them to beat Arizona." Yard Talk says it won't be enough for JSU to beat Campbell. Yeah, if JSU beats Campbell, you know they don't not give them credit for that. You know how it goes. Israel Carey says A&M, Alabama A&M learned a hard lesson about talking trash. The question is, do you think Alabama A&M will beat UAPB? I mean UAB, not UAPB. UAB. If Alabama A&M beats UAB or has a close game, because UAB has a pretty respected team in the Conference USA. if that game's close, they're gonna have a lot of teams in the SWAC thinking like, man, this team has gotten better. Now they recruited so many transfers, I think like 22 plus, 22, 24. Their whole team is revamped. Now I think about 3 weeks ago I talked to an Alabama A&M fan and I told him, man, I wish I would have done this when Akil Glass was here. Can you imagine if they would have had those transfers when Akil Glass was a quarterback? Man, Yard Talk says, I hope family has a great showing with UNC. What do y'all think? UNC has an explosive offense. They run an air raid offense with Coach Mac Brown. So there's going to be some tired bodies in there. But the objective is for Coach Simmons and company. Your stars like Isaiah Land, Xavier Smith, they got to put on a show for the for the draft scouts and make sure that they're putting up a great brand of football. Besides that, get healthy at all costs. You don't want to go to the Orange Boston Classic limping after playing against UNC. So if UNC pulls away, sub your starters out. Don't get them injured. That's what I would do. Blunt Dog says, DJ, no need to post it, but I retired from, okay, my bad. Yeah, I retired from coaching boxers. I got my butt back into work before. Reggie Bird says that game won't be close, just like last year's playoff game. Yard Talk believes Alabama A&M is an FBS team, basically. Yeah, how many transfers they got? Family, how many games do you see Alabama A&M winning? But they got how many games? They got 11 total games. Alabama A&M could go. There's two scenarios: 9-2, 8-3. That's where I have Alabama, Alabama A&M, either 9-2 or 8-3. Win-loss record. That's a tough question though. Reggie Bird says 9-2. I can see that. I'm not gonna open Pandora's box with that question. Like who the two losses gonna be? 8-2, 9-3. Now I'm hearing that Quincy Casey is gonna be the starter for now. That's what I've been hearing. I don't know if it changes when the season starts, but if Quincy Casey is a starter, the weapons he has, he should put up good numbers. I mean, this team is tailor made for any quarterback that can run a bit, that can pass. Uh, this will be his first year, if he's the starter, of course. This will be his first year playing a full season as a starter, so it will be interesting. As Class Entertainment says, that means they be the FCS team. Now, Phil Ross says 9-2 gonna be tough. They need to snatch two of those non-conference games. Yeah, it is. Russell Haynes says try conference games. We look at Alabama A&M schedule. Speaking of Alabama A&M, wouldn't it be nice if Coach Manor had social media? And he would have had a big following. I guarantee. I know people hate the Scooter situation, but if you think about it, Coach Manor is like every other funny uncle that we all have that talks crap, but it's all love, but he just talking a bunch of shit. That's who he reminds me of. So first game, Alabama A&M has UAB in Birmingham. Then they have Troy. Then they have Austin P, FAMU, Bethune, Grambling, UAPB, Alabama State, Mississippi Valley State, Jackson State, in the last game, Texas Southern. Man, this schedule ain't no joke, man. By some miracle, and it's not talent. They have the talent. If Alabama A&M can either beat Troy or Alabama Birmingham, that will be something. And they definitely got to beat Austin P. I think they'll beat Austin P. If And I want you to listen to me closely. If in the next, say, 4 games, if Alabama A&M could go at least 3-1, 2-2 before they play Bethune-Cookman, then they'll be on track to win a lot of games. But it's difficult, man. Coach Simmons says Troy's going down. Maybe I got too much faith in these boys. Hey, man, it's nothing wrong with some faith. UAB, Troy, Austin P. They got to beat those teams, man. At least 2 of them. S-Class says, I hope Alcorn beats SFA. That will do wonders for the SWAC. I hope that happens too, but it's going to be tough. This year, Stephen F. Austin, this is probably going to be the most talented team they had in years that I could remember. And in my opinion, they're a top 5 team in the FCS. And if Alcorn can even get close to beating them, they're going to send a whole message to the SWAC. But SFA is no joke. They're coached by Coach McCarthy, and he's recruiting well. He has, I think he plays a 3-3-5 defense. It's physical. He's been running that system for years. He's going to have his team ready. He's built this Stephen F. Austin team to win it all. So if Alcorn can make this competitive or even win, that's going to send shockwaves through all the FCS. Yard Talk says Coach Maynard would have North Carolina A&T, Winston-Salem, and A&M follow him huge. Yep. He used to play at North Carolina A&T, for those who don't know, and coached at Winston-Salem, and he's coaching now Alabama A&M, as we all know. The following on social media would be big time. I wouldn't be surprised if he would have had 50,000 followers on Twitter. Wouldn't be surprising to me. Drissler says, I think Coach Maynard is a homegrown hater. I don't know, but I think he's just one of those that talks a lot of crap no matter who it is. I wouldn't say a full-grown hater, but did he go overboard with the Scooter situation, even though Coach Prime had that serious medical problem? Yeah. But like S-Class said, Maynard is entertaining. And if you sit back and you listen to his recent interviews, you'll say to himself, it's not that bad. But he did go. Let's keep it above. We could appreciate Coach Maynard for his offensive mind, his charisma. They're all great. But when someone makes fun of serious medical injury, I mean, Coach Prom lost 2 toes. I don't blame Jackson State fans for being pissed at that. That's the normal human reaction. But overall, Coach Maynard, brother, get on social media, man. Take advantage of this, man. Social media is here for you. Trust me. Jordan Haddon says FAMU's first scrimmage is happening now in the rain. Finally went away. And Jordan, who is that? I'm trying to remember the name. There was a 5'7", 5'6" cornerback that did a one-hand interception while guarding Xavier Smith. Man, that was amazing, man. I need to know his name. FAMU is known for finding diamonds in the rough. That was amazing. Zaire Riley, freshman. Thank you for that. Yeah, Zaire Riley, he's going to be a problem in the SWAC. I don't care how tall he is. I don't care if he's 5'6", 5'7". Anyone who has those type of ball skills, you're going to be successful. You can put him in nickel. Shoot, you can even put him in safety since he knows how to cover deep ground like that. Yard Talk says, did you see how he trolled Coach Robinson? I saw that too. I think he said, see you at the class. Man, that Alabama State. Speaking of Coach Eddie Robinson Jr., no relation to the great Eddie Robinson. Man, I'm telling you, D. Davis, man, I cannot wait to see that team play against who they play against. Was it Howard or Hampton? Let me go look at their schedule. Alabama State. Now, I'm hip to Texas high school football. And D. Davis, he was a 4-star recruit. They play Howard the first game on August 27th. Oh, they got to win that game. They got to win that game. They got to set that tone, man. Out of all teams in the SWAC that need to win their first game, Alabama State has to win it. Not only for the SWAC, you got to win those matchups, but everyone's talking about other quarterbacks, but not D. Davis. I think D. Davis can show that he should be in the conversation as well. Now, I saw him at North Shore when he played in those talented teams, and he's hard to stop. He's hard to tackle. D. Davis can shed tackles. He's like Houdini on the field. And if he has time, he will destroy a team. Afro Top Jones says, he says, Maynard knew at the time how serious Coach Prom's illness was. And that's why I mentioned I can't really fault JSU fans for feeling some type of way of it because it was bad, man. You know, you don't joke about health situations. But exalting that, if I was a recruit and if I talked to Coach Maynard, I'm just imagining if I was a recruit, I would take a liking to Coach. The fun side of it, not when he's talking about an injury. Especially if I'm an offensive player. I like his offense. Yay G, peace and blessings, says, I agree with you on that, but those MEAC schools have some big boys on their teams. They do. Be on the lookout for North Carolina Central. I made a video on them, and shout out to North Carolina Central and North Carolina A&T for supporting my latest video. They have a respectable fan base, man, and a way to support your school. I appreciate that. I can't wait to watch the Mayo Classic, September 3rd. Yard Talk says, I'm ready to see Tyson catch a ball one-handed. Hey, man, in due time. Hey, Yard Talk, I try to tell. Yard Talk, aren't you from Houston? If so, you know about Demetrius Davis. Demetrius Davis, man. Like, if you're a blitzing team and you playing against Alabama State, you need to hold off on the blitzes. For some reason, every time now I know high school is different from college, but what I remember is at North Shore, when teams blitz North Shore, Demetrius Davis just carved each team up that did that. And the teams that kept it close with North Shore during those times, zone. You have to zone it up. That's if I was playing against Alabama State, I would play zone. Because yes, he's a dual threat, but he could also kill you on the pass too. Alabama State has Myron Green. Yard Talk, didn't he commit to Grambling but decommitted and went to Alabama State? I know he's at Alabama State now. But let me know if he actually did commit to Grambling at one point. S-Class Entertainment says, who's that linebacker and Alabama A&M guy? Dylan Gabriel? Let's see. What's his name again? He used to play at Texas, but he had that back injury. I don't think his name is Dylan Gabriel. That's Gabriel. What's his name again? Oh, you from H-Town. I see you, man. No wonder we cool. She said, yep, I know about him. Okay. That's right, Jordan. Jordan Hayden says Gabriel Floyd, I believe. Yeah, Gabriel Floyd. The Gabriel Floyd. Hey, yeah, Alabama. If you look at Alabama State's, not Alabama State, but Alabama A&M's roster, if you look at it up and down, you see transfer here, FBS, 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 FBS. Their roster, they should win more games than what I'm saying, hypothetically. The question is, are they going to actually gel as a team? Because that ego is something. You know, jealousy happens, man, in locker rooms, and hopefully that doesn't happen. EJ Love says, H-Town, stand up. Yes, H-Town love, man. I miss H-Town every day, man. I miss the food, the beautiful sisters. Man, I miss my home, man. And when I visit Jackson State for the Grambling game, I'm gonna try to make it home to H-Town, see my family. Maybe I need to catch a Texas Southern Prairie A&M game when they play early. Never mind. Maybe when Jackson State plays Texas Southern or something, I'll catch a game. Yard Talk says that's accurate, DJ. He did commit to Grambling before decommitting and going to Alabama State. S-Class says H-Town women are gorgeous. Yes, they are, man. This is how beautiful H-Town women are. All that melanin, they keep themselves looking just fine and beautiful. Just beautiful, man. Different skin tones. Gorgeous black, caramel color, red bone, you name it. Houston has it all. So when I moved to Washington State, moving from Houston to Washington State, I knew it was going to be a big loss. I said, oh, hell no. Oh, man. I tell you, women out here in Washington State, they different, man. And to even meet with sisters, you got to go into Seattle to do that. Because the outskirts, man, it's kind of weird. But yeah, I miss home. Phil Ross says Houston is great. Stayed there for 4 years. I got the homie in the building. Ken Clark 1400. He said, "Yeah, man, meet me in Houston to see Shadir and Andrew Body." Hey, I'm definitely there. If it's still in Houston, let me check the schedule. Hey, Ken, if you're not busy, man, I would love to have you on the stream, man. Are you busy right now? And make sure to subscribe to Ken Clark _1400. Ken Clark _1400. Let's get him not only 1,000 subs, let's get him to 20,000 to 50,000 subs. One of the realest, not only in Jackson State, but HBCU content. Stand up, brother, man. Ken Clark _1400 says, them down south sisters can't be compared to. They can't, man. When I go to Jackson State in that game, I'm gonna be like Day off of Friday After Next. And I'm trying to see that. I'm trying to see how that be like. All right. I just sent the link right now on the comment section. Y'all are talking, laughing their tail off. You know what I mean, man. Man, them beautiful chocolate women. Oh my God. They gonna think I'm crazy. Like, man, this brother loving us today. I'm like, man, I've been in Washington State for 4 years. It's been a while. But yo, black women in the South and in the West Coast are different. Now, Cali has beautiful sisters as well, but Washington State is like its own little place. Yard Talk, I just added the link in the comment section for Ken. Hey Ken, let me know when you're in the panel. You know what? Maybe I'll text it to Ken. I'll text Ken the link. I'll do that. Y'all know what's funny? That one guy that said he knew Ken and was talking all that trash. He hasn't been in the comment section the whole time. Trying to tell me I'm wrong, man. I'm telling them I read the whole roster, and this fool Kevin, whatever his name is, talking about, oh, that's not true. What about the walk-ons? Man, nobody paying attention to walk-ons, man, unless they prove a point. He said nothing like the Southern Queens. Hey, bro, did you look at the comments? I'm gonna text you, Ken. Okay. Yo, Ken, I just text you. Oh yeah, New York got some beautiful women. Yeah, I like that. I like that New York accent, man. Them sisters got out there though. Simply Beautiful said nothing like a Southern Queens. You ain't lying. You are not lying. Had a brother all mesmerized. EJ Love says, I'm from Mississippi, but I live in H-Town. So no, we got a lot of people in H-Town that's from Mississippi, from Arkansas. Yeah, Ken, I just sent you a text of the StreamYard as well as the link to the StreamYard in the comment section. So we're waiting on Ken Clark to jump on. So don't leave yet. It's about to get real good in a couple moments. X-Men says, don't sleep on Grambling State. Hey, I ain't sleeping on Grambling State. I know they're going to be way better than last year. For sure. And it all depends on Maurice Washington. Yard Talk pointed out, if Maurice Washington is as good as advertising, I think he is, that's going to bode well for Grambling State. A dynamic run game makes a whole of difference. He says, send me the link. Okay, I'll send it again. Yard Talk said, Ken, scroll up. I'll send the link again. Oh, peace and blessings to you, Blunt Dog. And make sure to hit the like button, family, as we're waiting on Ken. I want y'all to do this right now. S-Class Entertainment says, I think people would be surprised by Chance Amy. Yeah, I've been hearing about him. That's their transfer from Syracuse. But I'm kind of biased, man. My dog, Kenjai Holloway, man. I want him to pull through, but I'm hearing that this Chance guy is the real deal. He's tall, he's athletic, he can run. Yeah, I heard he's super fast. That's his advantage, that speed he got. I'm not even Yard Talk. Hey, shout out to X-Men. I don't think I should put that on there. Yard Talk said he needs to hurry up, DJ. Hey, man, I sent the link like 3 times. How about this? I'll be back in a moment. I'm going to call Ken to get him hooked up. Do not go anywhere. I'm going to call Ken real quick just to no, I don't want that. Now, Ken, he's on his way. trying to get his Wi-Fi together. Thank you for your patience, everyone. I'm telling you, you don't want to miss out on this. We're about to rock out. Once Ken gets on, unfiltered, real HBCU content in a moment. Let's see. Yard Talk says, DJ, you know Kincaid is our quarterback coach. We good. Oh yeah, he's the real deal. Here's a little backstory about Devontae Kincaid. I'm not gonna tell you what school my brother went to because there's trolls. Devontae Kincaid was a really good basketball player, and he used to play against my brother's AAU team all the time. And then when, I'll get back to it. We got Ken Clark in the building. Let me fix this real quick, man. Dog, man, you missed out on some things, man.
What's up, bro?
What's good, bro, man?
What's going on, man? I had a little technical difficulty over here trying to get my internet jumped off. What's cracking?
Man, great show, man. We started off the show first talking about the quarterback position, and I told the viewers that recruiting quarterback in 23 and 24 is so important for Jackson State's longevity. You see it right there. Get the merch.
Hey, Kincaid ain't see Yard got to understand something. See, Kincaid ain't quarterbacking no more. See, Kincaid, when Kincaid was the quarterback for Grambling, Grambling dominated the swag. He the coach now. It's a difference. Hey, it's a difference.
Whoever.
I don't know who they all got on their roster right now. I had checked it out.
Well, they got this quarterback named Chance Amy. I hope I said his last name right.
I think that's the freshman kid.
No, that's
transfer.
Transfer from Syracuse.
Okay. I mean, it may not be bad. It may be a good pickup. I think the thing with everybody is I think there's only two quarterbacks in the conference that two teams in the conference that have starters right now. That's us and Texas Southern. Mm-hmm. I think everybody else is a question mark. And whenever you don't have that's not to say that they won't be dominant. You can say Alabama State has a starter with Demetrius, the young kid that they brought to Media Day, but we got to see. That's what camp is for. So we'll see. We'll see how it comes out, how it turns out.
Brother Ken, I gotta ask you, do you know Kevin Levine?
Yeah, that's Big Bro. That's Big Bro right there. What's going on?
Okay, man, it's all love. I know he disagreed with me, but I showed the 2022 roster, right? And I said, these are all the quarterbacks that JSU has, right? I said, everyone's older than Shadur. They need a draft. They're not draft. They need to find top-notch quarterbacks in 23, 24 recruiting class, and they're probably working on it now to keep the longevity in the quarterback position. And then he was telling me there's some quarterbacks in campus that I don't even know about. And I replied that
I don't know who did you list up. I don't know what the list looked like.
Yeah, the list I had. Let me do this real quick. We put it on share.
Make sure everybody on the stream, man, go follow the YouTube page, man. Ken Clark _1400. Just make sure they also follow Tiger Talk with the 1400 Club, and make sure you follow the 1400 Club. Got to do that, man. Got to do that,
brothers. And let me put that on the banner real quick.
Okay.
1400 Tiger Talk on the ticker. Got it right there.
Yeah, that's Big Bro right there, man. That's good. That's
no
the big homie.
No problem, man. I got no problem with Kevin. I'm just saying, like, I listed all the quarterbacks, and he said there's more quarterbacks. I said, well, I named every single quarterback besides Shadur. I listed JP from Ohio State. I listed Grayson from North. They came from North Texas. Grayson Thompson. I listed Matthew Vitale and Norman Douglas. That's the four. That's the other quarterbacks on this roster that I know of. Now, I don't know about no walk-ons or anybody else. And I said that.
That's good.
What you said, bro?
I said no. That's good enough right there.
Yeah.
I got a call coming in. Hey, I'm on live, man. I can't. I must be somebody watching your show. I think this big bro right here calling now. Text me,
Right.
bro. If you watching the show, you got to text me. I'm gonna. I'll call you right back. Yeah. Now I don't know. I saw my brother was man, and I said, let me tap in and see what's going on. So I don't know nothing. I don't know what's been said. But as far as the quarterback room, those five, including Shador, that's that's where we at right now. So we good.
Yeah, man. No hard feelings. A little trash talk. He said maybe you need to do some research on the quarterback position. I said all the names. It's right there. I'm not saying no walk-on names.
Hey man, you know how it is, bro. We got
It's all love.
it's all love. When you come to, hey, listen, if Levine is on, big bro, if you on, when DJ come to Jackson, we gonna connect. We gonna keep the positive energy going, man. No more, don't know Levine. That's big bro though, man. He big bro.
Yeah.
He
So,
law enforcement too, man. So you can't get out of line with big bro.
oh yeah, man.
He'll put me and you in handcuffs. So we want to stay in good graces.
We don't want that to happen, man. We don't want that
No,
to
man,
happen.
no, man. He big bro don't play. But no, he good people. And if you watching Levine, I'm gonna call you when I get off the stream. I'm gonna call you right back. No worries.
But all I was saying is it doesn't hurt, and I'm sure Jackson State's doing it now. It doesn't hurt to add more quarterbacks with talent that out of high school.
Well, speaking of recruiting though, so we've offered some quarterbacks in the 2023 as well as the 2024 class. That's not going to be. I don't think. One of the things I'll say is Coach Bartoloni has been active. He's the quarterback coach as well as the OC for Jackson State. So, I mean, Zoe and I follow the recruiting pretty closely, and a few others that pay attention to it. But from the offers that are out there, I mean, you're right in line with what they're doing. So they are looking for 2023. I expect us to bring in, if we can get them, we'll take them. I've seen us offer some 4-star, 3-star quarterback kids, even a 5-star, I think. But we put the offers out there. We just got to go reel them in. So they definitely. Let me say this about Jackson State recruiting, and I'm gonna just blanket. This is a blanket statement. Coach Prime and his staff is trying to upgrade every position in the entire building, including quarterback. He's trying to upgrade every position. I'll just say it is an absolute battle at every position. Every day, man, you got to come in and compete. And he said it on several videos. He's like, I'm trying to replace you. It's not personal, it's business. I'm trying to replace you. So you're either going to take that as I need to be on my A game and I need to get better, or you can take it as you can be sensitive about it and say, I'll go hit the portal and go somewhere else. But you haven't really seen a lot of kids hit the portal at Jackson State. Those that are here love to be here. And a few of them have hit the portal. That was their decision. But I love Coach Prime's philosophy, especially his recruiting philosophy. I don't think I told Zoe, man, we all been fired when it came to recruiting. You know what I mean? Like he don't need any help in that regard. Then he hired Coach Tim Brewster, who's a recruiting guru, man. Listen, they got the game on lock. Not to mention Coach O and TC and the entire staff. Coach Pollock recruits Georgia well. He has a coaching staff that has connections throughout the entire U.S. and they recruit their areas and their positions very, very aggressively and strategically because he holds them accountable. And he's like, and I'm only saying what you've seen, courtesy of the pregame show. Shout out to Neely and Chuck Bishop. Those guys have access to Coach Prime, and they're kind of like our eyes into the room. And what he has said is that, either it's the player or it's the coach. And he said, you signed off on these players, so if you're not getting out of them it's either them or it's you. Because you guys signed off on them, you went and got them. I gave everybody the autonomy to go get who they want. So I love Coach Prime. To me is a CEO head coach, and I love the from what I'm hearing today. I love the competition that's happening at camp right now that just got started. So I'm seeing it's like this, bro. I'm serious. I don't ask me. Do not inbox me. Don't ask me who's starting. He told us we got two starters. He said Travis and Shador, and that's all I got right now. I don't have nothing else because whoever I tell you might start. Now we are gonna probably do a show, and we're probably gonna do a breakdown of positions, kind of who we're looking forward to in camp. We hope to have the whole gang on that show and really giving input and intel. So y'all be on the lookout for that show. It'll come to you on the Tiger Talk with the 1400 Club YouTube page, and then you can hear it on Spotify, Anchor, Google, all over the place, man. Hopefully we'll drop that next week. We just want to let camp get started, and then we'll give you a little taste of it.
No doubt. And Ken, Israel Carey, he's a Jackson State alum. He said, "This good brother Ken."
Hey, bro,
he also
that's another good brother, man.
How you get that merch, man?
Reed Enterprise, man. So listen, every time you click on any video that I put up, man, I'm just having fun with these YouTube things. Shout out to DJ, man. You've been a mentor to me. Shout out to Coach Walker, Kobe, who's had me on this platform. I'm just having fun with this. Like, y'all know Tiger Talk is the baby, man. And we're pushing. I don't really pub that page, the Ken Clark _1400, but it allows me to be creative, speak, I get a bit long-winded, and if I want to express something, it allows that. But one of the things that I just wanted to say is that, on every single video that I put up, though, I got all the links in the description. You're going to see Reed Enterprise for apparel. Go to reedenterprise.com, REED enterprise.com. My brother Thad Reed, one of the founders of the 1400 Club, man, he got hot merch. Go to Reed Enterprise out on IG, and you can look at some of the merch. If you go to the website right now, you can scroll up and down. He got like 5-6 pages of nothing but JSU merch, and he got some stuff that's coming, man, getting us ready to get geared up for the 2022 season, man. So this right here, this is old merch from Reed Enterprise. This hat from Reed Enterprise. That's all you need to see.
I don't know if you, brother. I don't know if you can answer this question in full, but y'all talk says, Ken, how many kids y'all got on the roster?
I'll say this, that we have, from what Coach Prime said, we have a little over 100 kids on campus, but that number's gonna get trimmed down. Like I said, we got some freshmen, we got a mix of walk-ons, we got a good little mix, but we got a little over 100 at camp, but I think we might see only 65 and somewhere in the 60 range go to make that Miami trip. So we'll see.
And Yi G says, is Malachi Walman practicing with the team?
Everybody stop asking about Malachi Walman. I'm going to say it again. Malachi Walman is okay. He's good. He just has to, everybody knows, I think, here's the thing, man. And I'm being funny when I say that. I'm not being serious when I say stop asking about Malachi. So I don't want nobody to take that literally. No, Malachi, from everything that we've been told, is good to go. But what happens is, if whatever was going on with him, if he got a little behind, if you haven't noticed, Coach Prime has upgraded the wide receiver room. So you don't want to miss any practices at Jackson State, man. You'll get left behind. And listen, all you got to do is go look around YouTube. I'm excited to do the wide receiver breakdown when we do our show, man. We got some crazy, crazy talented kids at wide receiver for Jackson State. I mean, 2 5-star kids. Yes, Kevin Coleman was a 5-star. You can ask Kevin Coleman Sr. Put some respect on that young man's name. He was a 5-star. Y'all know how they play with these recruitings on 247. And Zokin vouched it for this. It was a .97. For those that don't follow recruiting, I want to say 5-star, you drop into the 4-star after 99.38. So if you're 99.38 and higher, you're a 5-star. This year, there's about, and Zoe can correct me on this, I want to say there's close to 40 5-star kids this year. the ratings just kind of went out. But everybody that's 99.37 and below, well, Kevin Coleman was in the 99 range and he dropped to like 97. Of course, he committed to us, but you got those two, including Travis Hunter, and the list goes on and on. We got Malachi, like you said, Trevante. You got Shane, who is balling right now. You got Quay Davis, who I can't wait to see. Baby Debo Samuel. We don't know, man. I can't say no more. Just go look at the roster. Go look at the roster. It's time now. See, it's August now. It's camp time. Ain't no more talking. Y'all can go to the website and look at what y'all want to look at. Ain't no more. Y'all just gonna have to wait to the OBC and see who roll out there on the field and who name on the back of the jersey. But ain't no more inside scoop coming from the Tiger Talk crew. I know, there might be a few visuals, but if you notice, things get blurred out, so you only see it just a little bit, But yeah, man, that wide receiver room is deep, and I do mean deep, very talented. And I'm saying this is people that follow recruiting that are not in the Jackson State circle. Because see, when we say it, bro, people think we got our blue and white glasses on. We just fans. We're homers. No, at some point you got to put your hate aside and you got to just call a thing for what it is. And I say this right here. I'm gonna call J-Mac out. This all love, because J-Mac is a Southern guy. This one's swacking the food. Shout out to GSPN and shout out to J-Mac swacking the food. But come on, J-Mac, man. Come on, dog. And I know Cut Day, don't take this clip and cut it up and go put it all over YouTube, but I'm having fun. He's a Southern Knight, and that's we do banter. I'll go out to BJ, I go out to Ruben, J-Mac, and they from our rival schools. But he said Grambling, and that, y'all don't get in the comments and get in your feelings. Like Grambling got the top wide receiver. Come on, man. You could say deep. Say linebacker or something. I know. Look at the laugh. There was some. I think what I think it is. I think that is a written rule coming out of Baton Rouge that says we are not allowed to say anything positive about them fellas them Tigers up I-55 from Jackson. That man sat up there with a straight face. He couldn't even look in the camera. J-Mac, I saw that, man. I tuned in to Swack to the Fool. I make sure I support the brothers. They some funny dudes. They doing it big. And but no, man. Come on, dog. The top wide receiver class, core in all the Swack, and you go with Grambling? No disrespect to the G-men. Come on, man.
hey, brother, them boys says J-Mac said he could see him saying we can't wait.
Like Bart Scott, can't wait.
Can't wait.
No, man, I was like, all I did when I looked at that video, I was like, you don't believe that. You don't even believe that. Come on now. He said, I don't know all their names, but I know they the best wide receiver core. I was like, come on, dog. You tripping, man. But no, it's all fun. It's all fun. That's my guy, man. I like them dudes, man. They're funny dudes, man. I look forward to meeting them this season. I'm pretty sure I'll see them maybe at the Southern game. And if not, I may see both of them at the Southern game. We'll see.
Now, Ken, I'll say this about Southern. Southern is the one team I'm intrigued about because of that defensive line. Doom is
Southern's gonna be a problem, man. Southern. Well, I'll say this, man. I did a schedule breakdown, and this is my honest opinion. And I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna just run through the schedule real quick. FAMU is gonna be very tough. It's gonna be tough because I think it's gonna be a dog fight. Now we got to see how they fare against UNC, but it'll be our first game, and they'll get a chance to go out, have a first stab at it. They can go back, clean some things up, come back and prepare for us. But that game is going to be probably the most watched game this year because of how the season went with FAMU last year. However, that first game is always tough because you kind of really just kind of see what you got. Man, we didn't even know what we had until we went and saw. So even leaving that game, we was like, damn, 7-6. We won, though. We was happy. I do expect us to win by 2 touchdowns. You can win by 2 touchdowns and still be a close game. Tennessee State is going to be a very difficult game. Anybody that thinks that Tennessee State game is going to be a cakewalk is sadly mistaken. Eddie George and his staff did a phenomenal job addressing recruiting. You can tune in, and I know it Blue. I don't know if Blue's on this stream, but he can attest to that. The quarterback kid that transferred in from Austin P, OVC Offensive Player of the Year. They got a quarterback, Devin Starlin. They got a starting running back, and they got running back depth. O-line seems to be okay. They picked up a new D lineman from Austin P as well. And that's a rivalry game. And it's it's supposed to be the last Southern Heritage Classic. And they're going to get up for that game. They are going to get up for that game. Plus, we beat them last year. They was owning the series for the last decade or so, man. They were whooping us. And we win one every so blue moon, every other year or whatever, or every so often. But I expect us to win that game, but it's going to be tough. Grambling is going to be extremely tough. And here's why I say Grambling is going to be tough. I don't do is I don't let my blue and white glasses cloud me from the facts. The facts of the matter is Grambling is a psychological mud pit for us and has been historically. It doesn't matter how good we were because Grambling, that's why I'm the one that's always singing when we talk about going FBS. I always say we need Grambling to be good. You need Southern. You need your blue bloods to be good. When Grambling's good, HBCU football is rocking and rolling, man. So to have a good Jackson State, a good Grambling, a good Southern, good Tennessee State, a good FAMU, sheesh, man. That's 3 HBCU blue bloods out the gate. Because I know people like to poo-poo our schedule, but I'm just one of those that I value our programs over these other FCS schools, and I get all the historical stuff, whatever. But I follow the recruiting. I've seen what each of these teams did in the offseason. And I feel like Grambling feels like they should be at the forefront of this renaissance. Sorry, Yard, but Jackson State we're the conductor of this train, baby. Don't come for me. Don't come for me. It's okay. But listen, I think everything Hugh Jackson is doing is to beat Jackson State. Not just to beat Jackson State. They want to win the Celebration Bowl, of course, but they absolutely want to beat us. So they're going to put their best foot forward when they come to Jackson. It's going to be pumping in that bad baby. It's going to be packed in that bad baby. It's going to be televised. They're going to come out there with smoke out their ears, coming out their nose, and you know what I'm saying. And we're gonna put up a fight. But here's the thing. We haven't beat them. We haven't, by the score on the scoreboard, we have not beat Grambling in Jackson in over 2 decades. It just we beat them in the hole, but we haven't beat them in Jackson. And that's what Trey Hayes, my brother Trey, shout out to Trey. He always reminds us that y'all ain't he trolls us, but no, that's a real thing when you're talking football. I don't think the coaching staff knows that. I don't think the players know that and really care. As far as Coach Prime is concerned, last time they played, he beat them. You see what I'm saying? I'm speaking of just what I know Grambling is going to bring to the table. So that's going to be a tough game. Do I expect to win? Absolutely. And then you followed it up with Mississippi Valley, who we know has gotten better. They're going to be tough. Campbell's going to be tough. Going to Montgomery to beat Alabama State on homecoming is going to be tough. Andrew Bodyman, it's going to be a tough game. Bethune-Cookman's going to be. I don't see any game being a cupcake on our schedule this year. And I don't know if I'll pause right there, let you jump in there. But y'all see what's going on with Campbell, man. Campbell is they're predicted to finish second in the Big South. They just got an invite to the CAA, and I'll just pause right there, man. It's gonna be tough, man.
I made a video talking about when Jackson State plays Campbell on the homecoming, that Campbell will play with a sense of urgency because no matter if they win the Big South or not, they need to get good wins to make the playoffs. So they're going to be desperate for a win, depending on how their season goes, of course.
Mm-hmm. I think that team got a lot of talent. They're young. It depends on what's the quarterback name? Is it Taj Malik?
It's Malik Hodge. Malik. Yeah.
Like
Hodge Malik.
Hodge Malik Williams or something like that.
Yeah, you're right. Hodge Malik Williams.
Yeah. He's good. But here's the thing about him. He's a good passer, but he's a dual threat. I don't think dual threat quarterbacks are going to do well against us. I don't think so. I just think that our defense is extremely fast. Man, you should see these kids' body, man. Their bodies and, the strength and conditioning and off-season workouts that they've done. I mean, and we can look around the SWAC. I mean, when you look at FAMU's, social media pages, and you look at the players, man, they look good, man. This is some of the best looking SWAC teams I've seen in a very long time, bro.
Man,
I'm
I've been
serious,
telling
man.
people that.
I'm so pumped up, man, for this season. This is gonna be the best version of SWAC football that we've seen in a very long time. Man, Southern, everybody has a chance except for out of the East. Sorry, FAMU. Sorry, Alabama A&M. Sorry, Alabama State. Sorry, Valley. Sorry, everybody on the East side. Jack State coming out the East. But everybody on the West, we don't know. It's a toss-up. It could be Alcorn. It could be Southern. It could be Grambling. Prairie View. We can't sleep on Prairie View. It's possible. You know, people might let their foot up. They may let their foot off the gas against Prairie View. They might get snuck. But you mentioned Southern. Southern with Jordan Lewis and, Jason Dumas. Jason Dumas is special, man. I saw him just absolutely abuse our offensive line this way. I mean, that's baby Aaron Donald right there, man. And then you think about the young man that came to SWAC Media Day. So you put them three, another edge rusher. Hey, man, Southern is that front four is going to be something that it ain't going to be something that you can just bat your eyes at. You're going to have to account for everybody on that team. Now, here's the question mark for Southern. Can their DBs hold up? In order for Southern to beat us, they're going to have to get to Shador. Because I'm telling you right now, people that are thinking, Coach Prime made a statement that I want to tell y'all that is very apropos to what I think is going to be in this season. He said, everybody's doing things to catch up to us, but where we are, we already moved forward. So if you're making moves to beat Jackson State of 2021, that team don't exist no more. I'm telling you right now, with all due respect to every player that played, including James Houston, I'm just talking about the overall makeup. This is from a roster on paper standpoint, this is a better team than what we had. And this is to his estimation. He sees the kids every day. He's saying this team right here is a much better team. The depth is unbelievable, man. Oh man. I mean, we talking 7, 8 deep at running back, 15 deep at wide receiver, 15 deep at O-line, 15 deep on the D-line. I mean, linebackers, 10 deep, DBs, you name it, bro. Versatility, speed. I mean, it's impressive. I can't wait to see what they do with this roster that we got.
No doubt. And Yard Talk says, DJ, go check out Xavier Kozar. Yeah, that's that defensive tackle y'all got. From Cali, from Long Beach, man. Yeah, he's got some he got a motor on him.
Man, here's the thing, man. Every program has their uniqueness about them. And it takes the right coach to tap into that and to get the kids to believe what they're selling them. And I think Grambling believes, you know what I mean? They believe in Coach Hugh. They believe in what is going on. Now they got to go play against Arkansas State. That's going to be a good game, man. Grambling versus Arkansas State, because that'll tell us what kind of team they have. Are they going to be competitive, or are they going to win? I think they're going to Arkansas to win. Man, imagine if they beat Arkansas State. That's going to send a message across the conference, man, that Grambling is for real. But you got to go prove that on the field. And then let's say they do lose and they beat Northwestern State in Shreveport, their second game. Well, Northwestern State is ranked, Zoe, correct me if I'm wrong, I want to say they're 18th. They might be 18th. I think they're one position ahead of us in the FCS poll.
Hey, Ken, can I ask
you? He said JSU has strengths. He said, what's their weakness?
Yeah.
What is Jackson State's weakness?
That's a good question.
If I had to say what I think their weakness would be is, as of right now, probably lack of game time together as a unit. That's the thing I think that's gonna, and that also includes the new coaches. We have a new offensive coordinator, so there's question marks as to what you're gonna get. So because of those question marks, you can say, well, what are we going to do with the running game? You know, we'll do this. We'll say the weakness last season was the offensive line. Yeah, I think that was the biggest thing that hurt us. Creating turnovers. We didn't create turnovers into the latter part of the season. Man, but as far as weakness, I think time together, man, like actual game time together. There are a ton of players that's going to hit the field that have played reps in other places, and some have even played reps for Jackson State. But all of us know that football is the ultimate team sport, and you need everybody to be clicking together. And I think that's the thing. Inexperience as a unit, and we might see that start off to make things maybe a little shaky, and it might smooth out toward the end of the year. So that's all I got. I can say no, we ain't got no weaknesses. We gonna smash everybody. No, I think inexperience as a unit is probably the one thing I say.
That's a good answer, Ken. But the kicking game, that may be a question mark. Now, I'm not judging based off that video. Shout out to the pregame show that I just saw. But
we got two new kickers in the building. We picked up Beza and Garza. I mean, no. We Beza. I think it was is it Beza and Mata? Those are the two. So we got a freshman and we got a transfer. And I think both of them can kick it. They can kick. They got good accuracy. But again, we don't know until it's a 4th and 3 from the 30, and it's in a game and you kick it up. But I do like Beza's stats. You know, his stats with Kentucky State. Shout out to Kentucky State, the Thoroughbreds, D2, another HBCU. Shout out to them. But he did really well in D2. As a matter of fact, he made the D2 top 20 list of kickers. So that's impressive, man. Dope. Kicking is kicking. I don't care what level you on. Kicking is kicking. Whether it's high school, whether it's college, whether it's D1, D2, NIA. I mean, it don't matter, man. NAIA, I say NIA. NAIA, it doesn't matter. If you can kick, you can kick. So that's actually a good one. That's a good one, DJ. So we gotta see how the play calling is gonna go. So when you're looking at play calling, you're looking at flow of the game, creativity, the ability to throw teams off, the ability to respond. How do you react and respond to, how do you adjust? Are you calling plays because you had something in your mind and you're just going to run it without paying attention to what the defense is doing? Like, that's the stuff we got to see. Is our kicking game, is the recruits that we brought in going to correct that thing? Is the recruits that we brought in for the offensive line, is that going to fix that? Is it the coach? Is it the players? Is it like, that's the stuff that we are, and that's what everybody's doing right now. Camp just started. Everybody got to see what they got. Everybody's 0-0 right now. Bam, you don't know who that quarterback's going to be. Is it going to be, Musa? Is it going to be, what's his name? McKay? Is it going to be Sapp? Is it going to be Merritt? Whatever. Number 7, the gentleman that was in the game last year when we played. Maritovich, yeah. Is it going to be him? We don't know. They got to see. It's going to be the game.
Another name, Cameron Sapp. He's the dual threat.
He's the dual threat. Number 2. I think that's his number. I think that's the number he wore last year. I like quarterbacks like that because when the defense, is moving faster than his mind, they tend to get happy feet and they take out running. They don't trust their arm, they don't trust their reads, and then that plays into our hands. So,
and Ken, let me say this real quick. This is the reason why you should subscribe to Ken Clark _1400, because all this knowledge he has for Jackson State, he's an alumnus, he's hipped on to the program. This is one of the top source as well as pregame show that you can go to right there, Ken Clark _1400. I have it on the screen.
So make sure they go to Tiger Talk with the 1400 Club. We're on YouTube. And if you think I know something, man, y'all guys got to start tapping in and get Zoe on. Zoe is that's my brother, and I mean that. I'm not saying that to big him up, But Zoe is his head's so big because he just be walking around with a lot of useless information in it. That's why he got that big old light bulb head. I'm messing with him though. I can't talk, man. Look at my head. I got the Mr. Planet Peanut head. That's why I always wear hats, in case y'all don't know. I got a funny shaped head. So if you see me without a hat, that's why. But no, the Corey C. Oh man, I mean, nobody's more plugged than he is. I mean, we consider ourselves insiders, but we really just love the program and follow it. But they should go follow Tiger Talk with the 1400 Club. We got a lot more coming. I always want to make sure we put that up there. But yeah, man, I appreciate it.
No doubt, man. And you, Corey C, Zoe, man, your brothers are just so informative about the Shaq.
Yeah, man, the whole crew, man.
It's like the damn super friends.
Hey, for real, it's like that. And you know what? You'd be surprised, man. We talk every day, man. We got a chat that's been going on for years, man. That's been long before Coach Prime. I mean, it's been, like I said, it's just been a labor of love for us, man. We love it, man. We talk, man. Listen, I don't ever get tired of it. It's a part of our life, man. You know, so we talked this morning about some stuff, man. We talk every day. And when Zoe and I say we talk every day, we mean that. We talk literally every day. You know, we'll be together. Y'all see us together in Miami for those that are going to the OBC. You know, you see us in Miami, you know. Matter of fact, let me show Zoe a little bit more love. When you look at the crowd at the Veterans Memorial Stadium for Jackson State games, and you see those JSU flags waving around in the stadium, Zoe started that.
Word.
He started that. Zoe bought a flag. Zoe had to put in the comments where he got the flag from. But he bought a flag, and then he had this little retractable thing, this little connector. And he started waving the flag in the crowd. Next thing you know, somebody else bought a flag. Somebody else bought a flag. Next thing you know, it's a thing. Now everybody was waving flags, man. So I wanted to make sure I showed my brothers some love, man. But yeah, that's what we do, bro. Shout out to you. Shout out to Yard. Who else we got on this thing? What's Ken's thoughts about the offensive coordinator? Man, great question. Absolutely great question. So this is what me and Shaq just had a conversation today. We talked today, and I can take from what I've gathered from what I know. Very, very smart. Very smart. He has a great football mind. And let's say it this way: from what I've come to know is that the offensive coordinator in Shedeur has really good chemistry. Really good. If you heard Shedeur in some of his interviews, he's shouted out. He's complimented the offensive coordinator. I think the offensive coordinator is going to be, from everything that we've heard, he came highly recommended. He was one of the up and coming bright offensive minds. So it's going to be interesting to see. I mean, of course, in the SWAC, don't nothing happen until you go out there and actually make it happen. You know, until it's proven. So, but right now, I'm excited, man. I think people are going to be they're going to be shocked, DJ, when they see what we do on offense, because they think they know. You don't know. You can go watch all the Nevada film you want to watch. You still ain't going to figure out what we're going to do until we get on the field and do it.
Like the great Biggie Smalls once said, if you don't know, now you know.
I'm telling you, man. No, man. It's so I think I like the way he has explained. He called it offense. They're going to attack, and he said this on numerous occasions. He says we're going to attack the defense and force them to do things that they don't like to do. So what that's going to require is for you to really pay attention to what type of defense that defense is running. So obviously that's concepts. That's if they do this, we do this. If they're in this, then this is a weakness. It's just like basketball. You know how I'll use Coach Jim Boeheim from Syracuse. Shout out to the G-men since they got a quarterback from Syracuse. We'll use Syracuse. Syracuse runs. Everybody knows what they do on defense. They run a 2-3 zone. They've been running the 2-3 zone since B.O.B. offense. Bombs over Baghdad.
Oh, man, I like that. Shout out to Zoe.
I already knew what that meant. You see what I'm saying? Hey, but no, but here's the thing. Even though Syracuse runs a 2-3 defense, there's ways to beat a 2-3. When you get ready to play Syracuse, everybody knows you put somebody at the free throw line extended, and you have a baseline cutter. The bottom portion behind that soft baseline spot next to the key and the free throw line are the weak spots of the 2-3 zone. Because if you move the ball, you pull it. So using that translating into football, if you got an offensive coordinator that understands and fully is comfortable with what he does, then he can prepare his quarterback so that, okay, if they do this, if they run this, if they give you this look, this is what we're going to do because this is what's going to be there. So it's a matter of doing. He said they're going to be very well prepared because they're not going to overcomplicate everything. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of a read and react, kind of like motion offense for those that understand basketball. Basketball terminology, man. When you're playing motion is motion, but it can change depending on what the defense does. So that's my take on that.
Yeah, that was a great question, man. Man,
that was a question. What else we got?
The DBs, man. The cornerbacks, man. You got Nugget, Travis Hunter, Isaiah Bolden, Kelvin Wiggins. I mean,
we got some more, but I ain't gonna mention no names. You got to tune in to Tiger Talk when we break it down. Hey, you got to tune in to Tiger Talk when we do our next show. We're gonna do it as a collective, and we definitely gonna try to. We'll delve into who we're excited to see, and we may mention. I don't want to mention any names because, like I said, camp starts, and I gotta say some of that for the show. If I give you everything now, you ain't gonna want to tune in. But see, now if we drop that show, y'all gonna go tune in now. Matter of fact, y'all gotta hurry up and help Tiger Talk get to 1,000 subs, man. We gotta get to 1,000 subs quick. Matter of fact, DJ, if you don't mind, put that take mine down and have them subscribe to Tiger Talk with the 1,400 Club. Put that up on the
I'll fix that right now. I'll fix that right now.
Yeah. Like I said, I appreciate it, man. I don't really pull up my page, but people find out about it, and if I do good work. But with me, it's always wanting to make sure we big up the brand, and the brand comes before everything. Without Tiger Talk, you don't even know who Ken Clark is. So let's make sure we get the subs up on that. Shout out to Corey C, man. It was, hey man, we came, we coming. We getting better at it, and more to come, man. More to come.
Coach Simmons says the one spot I'm worried about is tight end. I think tight end solidified, man. I like Riley Jency.
So from the roster standpoint, what you just see Kevion Mullins transfer in from South Carolina. You see Jency Riley, Alex Hinton, DJ Stevens. He's a legacy kid, straight out of Ridgeland High School in northern suburb, Jackson, Mississippi. Hayden Hagler. I think that's his name. Yep. The kid that just transferred in from North Texas. From Marshall. Let me say this. Tight end is somebody got to go out there and win that spot. That's really what I got on that. The biggest thing is this is going to be a change in an offense. It's not going to be the same offense. So they're going to have to understand spots, understand where to be in certain looks of the defense. We're going to have smart, tough, fast, and disciplined tight end. Is that politically correct enough?
Sounds right to me, bro.
Joe said the football version of the damn triangle offense. Yeah, that's pretty much. Yeah, man. So tight end, man, it's gonna be. I think you're gonna see a lot of. Let me say it this way: you will see the tight ends catch more balls this season than maybe you've seen our tight ends catch over the past season and a half of Coach Prime. I'll say it that way. We'll say if you add up all the football in 2021, I think out of the hyphenated spring season and the fall season, you're probably going to see more tight end receptions this season than you've seen out of those two seasons. So that's my expectation. I'll be disappointed if I see anything less, but because I always have felt like just at Jackson State, period, under several coaches, we just haven't really utilized the tight end position like I felt like we could. So I'm excited to see what Coach Bartoloni is going to do, how he's going to use the tight end in this set. But I will say this, though. If you go back and let's say he does do something similar to what Nevada did, man, their tight end was beastly. Like they used their tight end. Oh man, it was shucks, man. It was that kid had just as good numbers as wide receivers. So it was a very similar type situation with Avery, Kamara Avery over at Bethune-Cookman. You see how they use their tight end. So he was in Nevada in that offense. Carson Strong was thrown to their tight end quite a bit. He was one of their favorite targets. So we'll see, man. We'll see.
Zoe says we're gonna wrap that tight end present in Miami, coach.
That's what I'm telling y'all. Listen to me, man. I'm telling y'all now. Zoe just got it. The only thing with Zoe, Zoe be busy a lot, man. He work a lot. Man, if you think, I'm telling you, you got to get Zoe. Y'all got to get Zoe on the show, man. Call him up, man. Schedule a time. Bring him on a live show. And he going to do numbers because he's a damn fool. And we laugh all day. But no, he know his stuff, man. I'm telling you. Yeah, get him on, man, whenever y'all get a chance. So you got to make sure they, when they come for you, brother, you got to make some time so you can come on and share a little bit with you. But you can see him on Tiger Talk, though. You're gonna see him on Tiger Talk soon, and we're gonna let it. You've been able to hear him on Tiger Talk, but you'll see him in hopefully in the next show or two. We'll see.
Dante Moore says Nevada tight end got picked up by Washington.
He did. They're running. So I studied Nevada when we first hired Bartoloni because I just kind of want to get a real good percentage. I might have watched 15 Nevada games. Because I'm a football nerd, man. I sit there and watch those, those sped up games and just watch the clips, trying to really understand. And the players that stuck out to me was their wide receiver, the black kid. It was the tight end and their running back. Their running back was a monster, man. He had one of those Polynesian names, man, like from Utah or something. And he beasted, man. He beasted. They ran a single back set. They threw the ball to him out of the backfield. I mean, he balled out in that offense. That offense made Carson Strong. I want to say that he was top 4 in statistics and stats for the season in 2021. So yeah, man. Yeah, he was. That offense was. I'll say it this way. That offense got Mike Norvell a head coaching job at Colorado State, and I want to say who's on that staff with him? I think it's Matt Mumme. Hal Mumme's son is on that staff with him. And Hal Mumme was he's known as one of the architects of the air raid offense, him, Mike Leach, and others. But Hal Mumme was that dude when he first rolled that out at was it Kentucky?
Yeah, Kentucky. Was that quarterback that played for Cleveland? Couch.
Tim Couch.
Oh, this is a good question.
Yeah,
I don't know how much.
What's that?
Can answer this question, but Coach Simmons says, "Is Simi still there?"
I'll say it this way. I'm only going to talk about the players you see on the roster. If they ain't on the roster,
good question. Good answer.
I'm not able to. I'm not in a position to disclose any of that. I can't confirm or deny.
Man, they ain't lying, Ken. Man, you need to be an attorney, man. You 1,400 attorney at law.
Just saying, man. I just, man, it's a moving and shaking going on. Listen, man, it's some folks getting whooped. Somebody got whooped today. I got 5 names right now that got whooped today, and it wasn't like that they did bad. It's just that the person they just got whooped. It's a lot of whooping going on. It's some straightening going on. I know folks play straightening. Hey, it's some straightening going on at practice right now. I'm telling you, man.
Man, they need to hire you to be one of those people the celebrities hire for interviews and stuff. They need to hire you.
Yeah. Oh no, man. It's well, the thing is, so one of the things about Zoe made this point, which I thought was cool. We're insiders, but we're not insiders like Mike Rappaport or Adam Schefter, where they're getting paid to break news, and you know what I mean. Like when it's a when it's when it's when you're covering multiple organizations, then you can say sources said X, Y, Z. But when it all funnels into one location, the last is say something that I know is going to be put us in jeopardy of pissing the wrong person off. I don't want to piss nobody off, but it ain't necessary, you know. So we get information, we use it as we can use it. You know, most of this stuff we talk amongst ourselves, but even on Tiger Talk, you know, that's what I love about what Corey does. Tell you a funny story. Somebody actually asked somebody, they don't see, people didn't understand the transitioning that was take place with Tiger Talk. We got a lot coming. When I say we got a lot coming, and a lot of coming down the pipe, I mean that. But a lot of people didn't understand that. So our crew, man, is busy. Like people don't understand. Like none of us live in the same city. We're in different time zones, so scheduling is very difficult. With the majority of the crew being on the East Coast, in the Eastern time zone, and me being in the Western time zone. So it's like trying to come together, do shows. But like it was said, we don't want to ever go down a road where we like to stay neutral. We just need to stay right in the middle because there's a space in the middle. We don't want to go be, we don't want to go into gossip. We don't want to go into, let me be the first to say this, let me be the first to say that. We really don't really care. We built our reputation on credibility. What we give is facts. What we give is what we can give. So I always ask the question that if the coach was standing in front of me and he heard you ask that question, how would he want me to answer that question? If I say the wrong, you know what I'm saying? If I give out too much, then shit, you know, I'm probably giving the wrong answer. You know what I mean? I don't ever want to have any of our coaches to click on any of our content and say, oh no, you know what I mean? So that's what I was trying to say was Corey being, he's been in, anyone that knows Corey knows his, you know, his background. I mean, he is the one that really keeps things on the straight and narrow, has really kind of molded myself and Zoe and Shaq and many of us to let us know, no, we kind of want to stay away from that. Y'all got to understand, man. Hell, half the stuff that we say, and Zoe can attest to this, man, some of it, we listen to the show to see what made the cut. Because sometimes we might just be rolling. We don't know. And then we listen. I was like, man, I said this. Corey cut it. And I'm saying that because it's good to have somebody that understands the temperature of the program. And really, we don't want to go down that road. We don't want to do X, Y, Z. We're not in competition with anybody. So that's why, and I'm going to say this. I'm going to say this since I'm on YouTube. Y'all know, not too long ago, you know, not a few days ago, I you know, there was a conversation that came up with someone else in regards to some things that I said. For those that don't know about the clip that was played, that was not a part of the original conversation. That was an after the conversation type situation. You know what I mean? And when it was added in, I called Zoe. I said, oh, man, that was cut in. I said, well, we know what's going to come behind that. And we was like, we don't give a fuck. So, you know, because this is us every day. DJ, you know how I get down, man. I don't care about no. Yeah, man, I'm true to this, man. I stand on it, bro. And I'm telling you, like, I see it as clear as day. I don't, you know. So, yeah, man.
I want to ask you something, man. I know we have Mr. Moore. Salute to you, brother. Nugget's father in the chat. Nugget, man.
Hi, Mr. Moore. How you doing, man?
I've been telling people that I don't
I'm pretty sure you know all the facts about JSU. You probably do. I'm not privy to disclose stuff. And here's the thing, man. Let me say this because I'm glad Mr. Moore is here. Good day, sir. Let me say this. When we say DI love, that's what we mean. We never want to. It's just like a family, man. Everybody on this call has a family that they are a part of. And everybody knows that there is shiggity that's going on behind closed doors that you don't want your neighbors to know about. Everybody, every household, every house on the street got some stuff that they don't want to go outside them doors. So knowing everything is okay, but you don't want to disclose everything because then when you start disclosing things that are inside the house, then we got to question your intent. And if I say it's B I love and I really want what's best for the school, we're not saying we want to hide dirt because what I'm saying is if there's dirt or there's something going on, I just want to make sure that some solutions are happening. If the solutions are happening behind closed doors, you don't need to know what the problem was or the solution. That's in-house stuff. So my question always be, why would you want to go out there and say that? Why would you want to go tell that? You want to paint a bad light on the institution for what? You didn't get your way? Something didn't happen that you wanted? You mad at somebody? At the end of the day, I don't understand that. I wouldn't dare go out there and I fuss enough, man. Me and Zoe tell you, I fuss enough, man. It's enough. Y'all don't have a clue what it's like to be a JSU Tiger. And we all know. Everybody on this call that y'all know what done went down, man. I'm saying in our history. I'm talking about just go look years back, man. Beef with presidents in the head coach gets fired. We had scandals. We got all kind of stuff that been going on, and we be like, man, I hope that don't get out. We're like, well, looks like it's out. You know what I'm saying? We be like, oh boy, I'm gonna turn all my notifications off. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
right,
man, I'm telling you, bro, it gets ugly, man, and that's why I respect Coach Prime when he say, man, we got to do good business. Now, I'm not close enough to Coach Prime to know anything that goes on with him or whatever. And this is all I'm saying. I'll never treat Jackson State is not a soap opera, man, to us. It's real life. When things go wrong at Jackson State, man, it affects us, man, because we really love that school, man. We really want the best for our institution. I can't explain to you, if you didn't go to an HBCU, don't ask me why we love our schools the way we do. I can't explain it to you. I can't explain it to you. All I can do is say, go ask somebody that went to HBCU and why they ride the way that they ride for their institution. I ain't got to explain to you why we love our schools the way that we do. So I'm sorry. I'm not finna go out and publicly disclose everything that's going to paint us in a bad light. And you know what? Ask Zoe. I told Zoe this morning. I said, boy, you love messing my day up, don't you, man? Because Zoe told something to me, and I'm just like, man, I don't even want to know that. Bro. Like, God dang. I'm not telling y'all what it is. It ain't even nothing major. I'm just saying, we in this thing. We vested emotionally, financially vested in this thing, bro. Man, we give a lot. We give a lot of time. We're giving time. Man, we don't. All right, let me shut up, man. I'm going to get on my soapbox.
You brother, man. You need that.
I'm just saying,
that
bro.
recording in the background, bro.
Listen, man. All I'm gonna say is this right here. In our community, in the Black community, we got to stop killing the help, man.
Facts.
We got to stop. We got to stop shooting at the help, man. We got to stop shooting at the help. I don't understand that, man. I never will. We got to stop shooting. Whoever the help might be, whoever you think that is, we got to stop shooting at the help, bro. We do that. Listen, man. Zoe say this all the time. That's why I say y'all got to get him on, man. A lot of stuff that I've quoted has come from Mr. Phillips, who is Zoe's pops. Because Zoe always be like, man, my dad told me, blah, blah, blah. Don't get on me, bro, because I'm not going to quote none of stuff. But I'm just saying, like, Zoe always says this saying, and we talk about this, and man, black folks devalue anything that's black. Stop me when I'm lying now. I don't want to have to say this stuff, man, but somebody got to speak the truth. And I don't know how to be, here's what I'll say. I'm principled, man. I'm passionate about this stuff, man. I want to see the best for us. And I don't think sometimes people don't understand that in order to get better, man, you got to get in. It's like a cancer. If you got a medical doctor and they diagnose you with cancer, they're going to tell you your treatment plans. More than likely, if their first plan is to try to get in there and cut that stuff out. Right. Because theoretically, they know that if we don't cut this out and get it out, man, it's gonna spread. So, just saying, man. Go Go ahead.
Dante Moore says, "Can I call in?" I don't have the call system up, but I can send a
Yeah,
link.
he calling. And by
Yeah,
the
I
way,
can send a
Mr.
link.
Moore, by the way, Mr. Moore, nothing that I'm. First of all, I don't even know who Dante Moore is. You saying that's you said who is he?
The Jean Nugget Warren's father, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah, that's him.
I don't know him personally, so I don't know. And I'm not directing anything to him. So people got to understand. If you know me and you heard, this is who I am every day. Anybody that know me can attest to this. I be talking about this type of stuff. It don't even have to be HBCU related, man. It just be in general. Because I mentor young African American men. You understand what I'm saying? I'm always pushing, positivity, man, and trying to, make sure that I'm being about the things that I'm speaking on, man.
Right.
Everybody that come for you, you don't have to always return the same thing back in that manner. Sometimes I appreciate people who, who receive, the message of agreeing to disagree peacefully. The other day, I got a lot of people that was, proud of that, man. Like, hey, it's you got two black men that don't agree, and nobody cursed nobody out, nobody attacked one another. I might have been attacked, but I don't really care about that stuff because I'm not insecure, and I'm not saying that person is. I'm saying insecurity doesn't make me feel like I need to go fix everything that I think is wrong. I'm not insecure. I don't really care if someone thinks this about me and I know that this is not what it is, then I can just move on from that. I don't have to spend no time and energy. I just move forward and keep living life, keep enjoying life, brother. You know what I'm saying?
No doubt.
So,
I mean, like you said, Ken, man, agreeing to disagree, man. That's an art that we gotta just establish on
agreeing to disagree would have a lot of our loved ones still with us, man, these days.
facts, man.
I mean, you just be surprised, man. And I speak personally when I come. I'm not gonna go into my personal, because I've shared that with you. Just from an HBCU standpoint, I stand on that, man. I really do. It's not fake, man. When I see FAMU putting out videos, I'm like, man, that's hard, bro. Like they put the video out with the slow mo, with the cornerback breaking on the route with the one-handed interception. Grambling with the red, I don't know what you call them, the little helmet joints, the little with the D line. Hey, Yard Talk put up a picture the other day of the gentleman that came to SWAC Media Day for Grambling. That boy yoked up, man. He's like a hybrid safety linebacker. I was like, damn, big boy. She said, "This Mister, the conference belong to us," something like that. I forgot what he said, but hey, man, listen. Shout out to Yard for Yard be getting in trouble, man. But you know what? You need troublemakers because, and I don't mean that in a negative way. I mean you need proponents for change. You need people. Change is uncomfortable, but I'm gonna tell you like this right here, because me and Yard we did a show on her platform where we talked about the importance of social media activity. And listen, guess what you see this year, DJ? You see something this year that you did not see last year. And anybody that want to sit up here, I'm not saying everybody, but there are, let's just say it this way, there are a ton of HBCUs that are dropping social media content now. And I'm not even gonna say what for to take it off of us, let's say FAMU started it. And everybody's following FAMU. All right, whatever. I don't care because you take from it what you want to take from it. All I'm saying is that conversation that we had in that spaces that Stefan Anderson did, man, you think people didn't leave that conversation and say, hey, man, we got the communities trying to hold us accountable and calling us out. We got to up our game. And now everybody dropping content. Edward Waters dropping content. Grambling, Southern, Jackson State. Oh, man, come on, man. Alcorn. And guess who watching the content? Us? Man, I'm like a kid in the candy store. I'm like, damn, look at this. Oh, that look good. Man, them boys gonna be ready. You see what I'm saying? We the culture, bro. We the ones that make it do what it do. I'm just saying. Just saying, bro.
Just look at FCS content creator or non HBCU FCS. When they drop
Yeah.
HBCU content, their content is tenfold better in views, in looks. It grows their channel out. This is how powerful HBCUs are right now. And we got to take advantage of it. Every team should have a social media presence. If you don't
They
want to pay
doing it.
for one, get an intern out of your college, high school interns, the college interns you could do. It's right there for the taking.
Man, honestly, it's as simple as, you know what, content don't take a long time. And I'm just, like I said, just messing around with this YouTube stuff. You can take a couple of pictures. You can take a short video clip. You can take 3-4 video clips, chop it up, put it together, put a little music to it, spit it out. We don't know what they really doing at practice. Just saying, like, but if you put out a little video clip, they might be stinking it up. Because I tell you, the clip that really that told a lot was, I love that clip of Eric Dooley, man. Coach Dooley, when he was getting on the team, he was like, y'all ain't got it today.
Man, I feel like running through a brick wall.
Oh, man, bro. Hey, speaking of brick wall, man, shout out to Coach Tim Brewster. I know he's a Jack State, but man, I don't know if you watched that pregame show video when he had everybody stand up.
Man.
Dog, when he was like, what'd he say? I want Jackson State on 3. 1, 2, 3, Jackson State. When all them players said Jack, man, I got chills, bro. I was like, whoa, let's fucking go. I'm serious, bro. I was so pumped up, man.
Hey, Ken, you see how Tim Brewster, when he was at Texas, got Vince Young. I see why now.
Oh, yeah, man. Shout out to Vince. I know Vince personally from living in Austin. Vince played in my basketball league. Cool cat. You know, that's the homie, man. I know a lot of Texas Longhorns. I know you said you was an Oklahoma Sooner fan. You know, you ever do that horns down, man? We gonna have to.
I don't even do horns down. Here's the story. I never do horns down. I'm gonna tell you why. I got some family members that went to UT, so out of respect for them, I don't do horns down. But I will talk mess. But it's a
that Red River rivalry is something. I'm anxious to see what that's gonna look like. I know this we talk HBCU, but you know, we Brent Venables at Oklahoma with Sarkisian having, he on the roll. Me and Zoe talked about that today with the recruiting class. He was saying that, Notre Dame and was it Notre Dame? He was saying that Alabama may not finish, may not have a top class. He was talking about Notre Dame and Miami. Miami Hurricanes and Notre Dame are killing it on the recruiting trail.
Oh man!
Also Texas. Texas is coming along when they signed when they got the commitment from Arch Manning that spiked. So we'll see, man.
I got a prediction, man.
What's
Marcus
that?
Freeman, the head coach of Notre Dame, within these 5 to 10 years, will be the first Black coach to win a FBS championship within 5 to 10 years. If he keeps recruiting like this, he could be the first.
I don't
overlike.
Man, you know what? Let me say this about Notre Dame, bro. Shout out to Notre Dame because I actually a very close friend of mine, like family, son plays running back for Notre Dame, Logan Diggs. But yeah, man, Joe is a Golden Domer. He'll tell you that. Notre Dame fan. Marcus Freeman, man, I really, really like him as a coach. Love his disposition. I love the way the players love him, man. He's a good dude. I'm glad they gave him that opportunity in South Bend, bro. I really am. I think a better question that I saw that was like, who's gonna have the most wins? Is it gonna be Freeman or Kelly down in Baton Rouge? So, just know that I don't ever root for Southern, but I know they play LSU. Anytime we play, I'm definitely going to be rooting for. I'm rooting for FAMU when they play against UNC. I'm rooting for Southern. I just don't want us to get our brains beaten. You know what I'm saying? I want to see us. I want to see us be competitive. I hope Grambling knocks out Arkansas State because this is something I want to mention and why I'm saying that. I'm saying that, and I mean that because our strength is in our unity, man. Strength in numbers. Our wealth is in our unity. But here's the thing. They put out that clip yesterday of the college football season getting kicked off. Man, Jackson State got a cameo. FAMU Marching 100 got a cameo. Bethune-Cookman Wildcats with the Marching 101, I think is the name of their band. Man, listen, I want to see more of our schools get footage like that. You know what I'm saying? Get included in those types of videos. And when they think about college football, it's just not this is us and that's them. So when you see, because when we talked in those spaces about HBCU football, we always talked about out of conference. We got to go see some guys. We got to see them do their thing, man. I want to see what Valley does in out of conference this year. You know, that team played a lot of SWAC schools, including us, tough. But let's see what they do out of Alcorn. I think Alcorn got Austin. Do they have Austin P or do they have is that Stephen F. Austin? I think
Stephen F. Austin. That's
one of them. They got one of the two. So they got some. We got some out of conference. I think that's why a lot of people might have been disappointed about our schedule. But I feel like our schedule is, and I keep saying this, I feel like our schedule is the blueprint. Here's what I mean. The blueprint meaning we big our stuff up, we build our programs up, and we play amongst ourselves, and then we play one out of conference game. We go catch one of them FCS or one of them FBS schools. You know what I mean? But hopefully one day we can start heavily attending our games, loving our games more than just like Coach Prime say, just the classics, more than just the rivalry games. We got to start showing up. So here's what I'm trying to say, DJ. If the conversations that we had regarding social media content and some ears, it fell on some solid ears and people got to moving, let's keep the momentum going. We might need Yard Talk to start that and say, look, we need our fans to show up to these games that you don't get excited about.
That's how we're gonna do it.
I need
man.
Jackson State. I know people say, "Oh man, that Grambling game gonna be a sellout." I need people. We need to sell out Valley, bro, because we got Homecoming, we got Southern, we got Grambling. We understand that. We need to show up for Valley. Valley don't need to be no dip. Oh, we just playing Valley. That's the stuff we gotta get. And Coach Prime said that last night, man. Listen, he challenged us like, "What is our culture? What is our tradition?" Why? He said. I mean, he said something last night that I thought was just powerful, man. He's like, Mississippi State and Ole Miss ain't got no. They don't have classics. Why do we need classics to come out to the games? They just have football games, and they show up. They go tailgate in the morning, and when it comes time for game time, they go in the game. Like that's something we got to ask ourselves. I know it's part of the tradition and whatever the case may be, but hey, man, we got to put some butts in the seats. Especially, we had them Thursday night games. We got to get people to show up and get excited about it, man. Now, I don't know. I don't know if it'll change. I know COVID has now you got monkeypox, so we're not talking about pandemic stuff. I understand if you're not coming to a game because of you don't want to be around people. That's totally understandable. But you can't say I don't want to go to the game, but then be at the club, no mask and all in the mosh pit.
drinking Hennessy at a club and talking about, I don't want to go to the game for COVID, man.
No, I get it, man. I'm just saying, I think the attendance is gonna go up for everybody this year. I really do. I think the attendance is gonna go up. I think the interest is higher. Man, listen, bro, it's on and popping, man. So it's everything's trending up, man, and I'm excited about it, bro. I really am. Shout out to Coach Prime, Coach A.D. Robinson, and the whole everybody who had something to do with Jackson State partnering with American Airlines. That's huge, man. That's huge.
I'm glad we're on the subject now.
Yeah, man. I'm happy about that, man. I want to see what I'm an Advantage member for American. I dropped a little video giving my reaction to it for all of our alums that, like myself and Zoe and Corey and Shaq and all of us that don't live in the city of Jackson anymore, man, we need some love, man, on them flights, man. So I'm excited to see what kind of discounts, or maybe there's some type of, they throw a little something on it. Maybe they give us a code or something. I don't know. I don't know what that looks like. But I love it, man. Let me
read this comment, man. Coach Simmons says gas dropped to $2.99 in Austin. Man, in Washington State where I'm at, man, gas is $6.85.
California is $5.98.
Man, we pay, but then gotta live on.
I'm just leave it at that right now, man. Cali, man. I don't.
Hey, can we switch, bro? Can we switch? I'll take that.
How much you paying? Wait, what'd you say?
I pay $6.86 for gas, brother.
Man, Washington State higher than Cali?
No, it's because I live in an island. I live in an island of Washington State. So transportation and that they putting a dollar extra on it.
DJ, you did that to yourself, bro. I don't know what you doing, man. You said you from H-Town and you done went to the island of Washington.
Hey, man, it's just like my uncle that live in San Diego, man. It's expensive, but it's worth it.
No, I feel you though, man. I trust me. I made the same move for work too, man. So I totally get it.
Coach Simmons said, "Time to move."
Man, shout out, man. I miss Coach. Tell Coach, man. You can't. I'm an Austinite, man. You can't. Don't get me all sensitive over here, man. You know how I am, man. Man. Austin's on the up and up, man. It's amazing how that has changed. Amazing how that city has changed, man.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. I was thinking about moving to Austin, man. I was like,
man, you love Austin. Now your African American female pool will get probably a little bit higher. Still gonna be low. Yeah. Ain't nothing like H-Town Dallas, man.
No,
ain't nothing like H-Town Dallas, brother. That's why I told you when you come to this game to Jackson, you see all them good like GOODT, them good looking women that from Grambling, and good looking women from Jackson State. Oh man, it's gonna make you. That flight home gonna feel different, brother. It's gonna feel real different.
Smiling from ear to ear, brother. Like, what are you smiling about? I said, man, I've been around my own people. That's why.
I just left Wakanda. Yeah, man. No, bro, but no, it's cool though, man. Austin's a dope city, bro. I love Austin, bro. That's still home, man. That's my home, bro. Austin is home number 2. I got 3 homes, so I got a home in each place, so I'm good. Man.
What do you think about Houston, man? I'm sure you visited there.
Houston, I could never live in Houston. I never could. I mean, Houston's a great city professionally. I just personally couldn't. Dallas was where I wanted to go when I left Jackson. I wanted to go to Dallas. I'm a D-town guy, man, and the vibe was just better, in my opinion. But I went to Austin, so and I met all my homies, and Austin is home now, bro. It's different. It's a different kind of place. Now it's becoming very techy. A lot of people feel like Austin lost its soul because they let all the tech companies come in and kind of take over. They have this California, this wave coming through where the market is insane. Folks selling their houses from Cali and buying houses in Austin for cash and just driving the market up, paying way over what they worth. And
man, they ticked off over there. Man, they driving the prices up.
You don't want to say man, don't run into no native Austin night, bro. Say you from somewhere else, you might get swung on, dog.
You from Cali? Oh, y'all the ones pulling up the prices up in the house, man.
Oh yeah.
Hey,
but it's cool though, man. Houston's a dope city, man. It's a dope city. I just personally didn't really get the vibe. Maybe because when I was looking, the traffic was stupid. But Dallas traffic is just as bad as Houston's now, because of all the people, all the Mississippians that have relocated to Dallas, And but Austin's traffic is just as bad. Texas in general, Texas is a no state tax state, so a lot of people leave wherever they come from, especially Cali with all the high taxes, bro. You can make $150K, man, but they're gonna knock your block off, bro, on the taxes. Them Cali taxes higher than the federal taxes, bro.
They make you not want to be rich in Cali. That's the way they tax it. And Jordan Haddon says Zaire just got a pick six. That's that freshman that had that one-handed pick against his every.
He's got a pick six. Ooh. Yeah, true freshman, FAMU, just got a pick. Hey man, listen, that kid from the video alone tells you that he's got good technique, man. And cornerback is about technique, man. Ability to bend and actually change direction really well and closeout speed. And he showed that, man. And he was on I thought that was a bad ball, which it kind of made me smile because I was like, yeah, fam, they need a quarterback. I don't know who threw the ball. I'm gonna say it was McKay because I ain't a fan
Just
of
blame it
not
on
a fan of
McKay.
McKay. I ain't a fan. I'm not a FAMU fan. I'm not saying I'm not a McKay fan. I don't know the young man like that.
Oh,
I'm
good.
saying I'm gonna say it's McKay because I think McKay is gonna be the starter, and I'm just trying to throw a little salt out there. Hopefully they won't be ready when they come for the OBC, man. I told him it sucks, man. They're gonna be 0-2, man. I was telling Earl that y'all gonna be 0-2 when we leave Miami home.
See, this is what I'm talking about. I don't mind the trash talk on on fans. This is fun, man. I think it's funny.
Who it is? Yeah, Jordan Haddon.
Yeah.
So whoever it is, hey, I'm gonna say it was Musa. Tomorrow it's gonna be Musa. Nah, that was Musa that threw that ball. He ain't got no accuracy. Now I won't badmouth a kid though, man. I refuse to do that. These kids, at the end of the day, they got families, man. Everybody's tuned in, and I tell everybody, I want you to do well, except when you play us. Just have a bad game. It's all right, man. They ain't gonna, you'll get over it. Just go sleep on it, but just have a bad game against Jack State.
Jordan Haddon believes that Musa gonna be the starter. Just my opinion.
Honestly, let me take the humor out of everything. I absolutely believe Musa's gonna be started day one. I do. I think what Simmons is doing is because McKay did play well last year. McKay came up a little smart. I think they relied way too heavily on McKay versus Southeastern Louisiana. Way too much. I was like, man, this ain't the team. Y'all gotta, man, run the ball. You know what I'm saying? Play physical, man. And Cole Kelly, he ain't as good.
Speaking of Cole Kelly,
they won again, bro, in the trenches.
Speaking of Cole Kelly, I was telling people that he's not going to be drafted, and they were like, "Oh, he's going to be drafted. He's 6'7", and I said, "Bro, he doesn't have it like
Cole,
that."
Man, speaking of Cole Kelly, let me say this: I got a chance to go to the senior NFL PA Bowl to cover James Houston and C.J. Holmes. I'm gonna say it again, and I'm gonna say it until I shout out to Mr. Glass. Akil Glass was the best quarterback on the field, not just on the team he was playing on. I'm talking about on the entire field, bro. And it's actually Coach Jeff Fisher's fault that Akil Glass did not get the most valuable player at that game, because Jeff Fisher, being the typical bad coach that he is, settled and let Cole Kelly run the ball down there and tried to settle for a no. Akil Glass was moving the ball. And they was moving, bro. But he went conservative and left the kicker for like a 48-yarder, bro. I'm like, why are you letting the time run down? He's just letting the time run down to call a timeout, and he settled for a 48-yarder, bro. And they missed the damn field goal, and Akil Glass lost. So Cole Kelly's team won, and he got the offensive player of the other game. And I thought that was trash.
I'm glad you mentioned that. I'm glad you mentioned that, because the whole Southeast Louisiana game, the offensive line scheme, like Jordan Haddon pointed out, that was the reason why they won. And if FAMU would have just ran, because the Southeastern Louisiana defense was allowing run lanes for FAMU.
Well, let me say this. Speaking of running lanes and running backs, period. Man, we got to doff our hat off to Willie Simmons and his staff for the damn running back room that he's put together. Now, I know Yard Talk be always saying Grambling got the best running back room in the SWAC. And I ain't going to be no homer. I love our running backs. I'm not, this ain't no slight to nobody. I'm just saying it's very impressive what FAMU did in the running back for the kids that they brought in. Transferred in from, I want to say they got a kid in from North Carolina. What was it? Did they get a transfer in from North Carolina? No, it was Pitt.
Yeah, Pitt. It was from Pitt.
Pitt. I think the other one was from the Citadel. Was he from the Citadel? Somebody like that. Georgia State or something. I want to say Georgia State, Georgia Southern. Somebody else, man. FAMU got a really solid running back room. Now, being a Jackson State fan, I'm saying that bodes well for us, because if they're running the ball, now don't get me wrong, if they're going to play smash mouth, because I think when you think about it, I don't think they went and got running backs for Jackson State. I think if they had this running back room against Southeastern Louisiana, they're probably going to run the ball a lot more than what they've ran. Yeah. I didn't understand the heavily reliance on sometimes when we get late in the season, we do things, we try to get cute, we get outside of our character, and we ask the players to do things that I'm not gonna say they're not capable of, but we'll say that's not who you are. Or that wasn't who you are. I don't want to call McKay a game manager, but he's a little bit more than that. Kid he's a winner. I can say that.
True.
But I think McKay is the type of quarterback that he's like Jacoby Brissett. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel you.
And the reason why I say that is he's not the kid. He's that kid that when you say if you got to roll with him, you say we're gonna be good. We're good. We got quarterback gonna be fine. But if you got something better, you like, yeah, I'm gonna go that route. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to. It's like you want to be critical of him. Not me wanting to be critical. From what I've gathered from his game, it's like people want to be critical of McKay because he ain't just. He's like, to some people, I would say he's probably, a hamburger with no fries. You get what I'm saying? It's like some people okay with eating a hamburger. You know what I'm saying? Just a hamburger. I don't need no fries. A cup of water. It's nothing wrong with eating a hamburger with just a cup of water. But some people want a combo. Some people want that combo. They want that burger cooked just right temp. They want some fries, an onion rings, and they want on a 32 ounce drink. You see what I'm saying? That's might not be a good analogy. I'm just telling you that I'm hungry right now. But nevertheless, Musa. Look at Musa. Musa got a little bit of. Musa got some flavor. Let me say it that way. He got a little spice to him. You know what I'm saying? And to Yard's point, he said, yes, family is impressive. Now, let me say this. I am a Maurice Washington fan. I just won't say that much. All right? So, Yard, I'm going to shout you out. I am a Maurice Washington fan. I think that was an absolute heck of a pickup by Grambling. I was mad about. I wasn't mad. I was like, you know that moment where you remember that part on Kevin Hart when he did the show when he was like,
All right.
you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That's how I was when they signed Maurice Washington. I was like, I ain't gonna say that was a good pickup at one time, but I ain't no hater, but damn. That dude's special, man. He got that breakaway speed. He got some Reggie Bush in him, bro. Maurice Washington. I wouldn't say he's a Reggie Bush style. I just think he got that breakaway. He got a little Reggie in him, man.
I got a couple of fans who are big time Nebraska Cornhusker fans.
Yeah.
Down in Texas. And we talk about, I remember we had a conversation. I was like, what about Maurice Washington? He said, man, I wish we still had him. That's what they were saying. They ride for their team too.
Hey, but historically, transfer running backs, for the most part, do well in the SWAC. Historically, have done well in the SWAC. Transfer running backs have done pretty decent. I mean, Peyton Pickett did pretty well last year. Like he did. I mean, we didn't have the greatest push every game, but I'll say this, man. If you go back into some of the history, and Zoe, this is where Zoe, I'll be like, man, name some running backs that you think would. I know you think about somebody like Isaiah Crowell. He was a game breaker, bro. He was 5-star, transferred in from, I think Crowell transferred in from Georgia, if I'm not mistaken.
Georgia to Alabama State. I think it was Alabama State.
Alabama State.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was at Alabama State. No, I'm saying he came, I forget where he transferred in.
From Georgia.
Yeah, it was Georgia. Yeah. So, man, he was a problem, bro. He was a problem. Now, who just said, Jez, you can't have them all? I've said that. I've always said that. I always said this. This is what I said. I want to make sure y'all get this on the record. I said, stop hating on Jackson State because every kid cannot go to Jackson State. It's going to spill over. Going to spill over. And I'm not saying, you can say what you want to say. Listen, man, every kid ain't going to want to come to Jackson State. You got some kids out there that's going to be like, nah, I want to beat Jackson State. That's just how it goes. We knew that. And you catch one of them kids that are like, nah, man, I don't want to go play for prime time. I want to beat them jokers. And the coach be like, that's my guy. And he go sign FAMU or Grambling or somewhere. Nah, man, I'm not saying they sign because they want to beat Jackson State, but I'm just like, everybody don't Everybody don't ride the wave. Like, we're not gonna be able to get. We only can sign so many players, and there's a lot of there's a big field of players that we can go get. We keep talking about players returning home to HBCU. Man, we got a whole heap of jokers we can go get from as a collective. I mean, but
hey Ken, this is this question right here. This is interesting. He said, people better watch out for Valley. The last time they got a quarterback from JUCO, we won it all. They're talking about that JUCO
Valley. I'm gonna say this again. Valley is not going to be an easy out, man. I'm predicting Valley to win 5-6 games this season. I do. I'm not kidding. You can look at the schedule and figure out what 5-6 games that is, but this is gonna be their best season since Sam Washington, or you said best season since last year. The thing with Valley, though, the problem is that they might run into is now. Here's what I'll say. Great coach, man. Brother Vince, JSU Tiger, great coach. Vince is a very tough-nosed guy. He's very relatable. And the teams that he coached take on his personality. And that's why Valley is so damn tough to beat. I'm telling you, man, they got a new quarterback, and they got arguably, we talking about the running back room. Caleb Johnson very arguably could be the best running back in the SWAC right now. Zoe already correct. Zoe, I wasn't gonna say that, bro. Valley ain't never won it all. That's cap. I wasn't gonna even touch that.
No, Ken, no offense to Kendall. No offense to Kendall. I was trying to think about all the teams that won in the SWAC, and I don't remember. I don't even remember Valley winning it. No,
well, I'm being nice, man. I don't.
Yeah.
That's why I'm telling you. We peanut butter and jelly, man. That me and Zoe, bro. But no. Yeah, that's right. They had Rice and Tiger, and still didn't win the ship. They didn't. So anyway, but I will say this though, Valley is going to be good, man. They got the thing that's going to come down for them is going to be in the trenches. They got a good D line, they got a decent O line because the running back had a stellar season. So Caleb Johnson is a really good running back. Adding a really good quarterback is going to be good. The problem is going to be, can they stop these high-powered offensive threats? Now, I'm saying, did they shut Jackson State down? No, they didn't. But it was a dogfight to the end. You know what I'm saying? They almost beat that. They should have beat Valley. I mean, they should have beat Family. They absolutely should have beat Family. And it was 4th and 1, bro. And he couldn't get that yard. Do you kick the field goal? Maybe, maybe not. It was a long field goal to tie the game. Maybe, maybe not. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the type of stuff but they had FAMU on the ropes. They had Jackson State, battling to the end. But the skill positions outside of running back, the wide receivers, okay. But my question is going to be, and they did pick up some transfers. I'm thinking about their recruiting class and who they brought in. They brought in some really good pieces. But everybody else upgraded too. So
no doubt,
we're going to have to see how well did their upgrades match up against everybody else's upgrades. You see what I'm saying? Everybody got better. And I think they got their full allotment of scholarship. So that's going to bode well for them this year and beyond. Because Vince is one heck of a recruiter, man. But that JUCO quarterback is mostly a runner, in my opinion. He's a dual threat. And like I said, that might bode well. If I was Valley, you know what I would do, bro? I would run a triple option. Like Kentucky State.
I do.
Nobody in the SWAC runs a triple option. It's hard as hell to beat. It's hard to stop. You gotta be committed to the cause. Like I put in my reaction to the kicker that we signed was we lost Kentucky State in 2019. 2018 or 19. I think it was 18. 19. It was 19. It was 2019. We lost to Kentucky State. And they ran 5 plays. They ran 5 plays, and we lost.
Well, that triple option ain't nothing.
It's hard. Hey man, it's you can stop it, but if you're stubborn and you don't want to adjust, then you just gotta live with the consequences. They were getting 7 yards of carry, bro. I'm sitting there like we running a 3-3-5, bro. You do the math on it. We're running a 3-3-5 on a triple option, dog.
Well, Ken, you giving some of these teams ideas after this year, man. They may just think about going that triple option.
I'm gonna shout out somebody else that be targeted. I'm gonna shout out one of our 1400 Club founders, Greg Monaghan. I know y'all don't know Greg. You may know he is, but Greg said this a long time ago. Zoe can attest to this. Greg was like, man, if I was one of these SWAC coaches, I would absolutely run the triple option in the SWAC. I would run triple option. If I was Valley, man, I'm gonna run the triple option. I'm gonna make you hate playing me. All Valley got to do is ugly the game up. They uglied the game up against us. They just play ugly. That's you ain't gonna. That team is hard as heck to beat, man. An ugly close game favors them.
I go as far to say this: if Valley runs a triple option, they're not gonna do it this year. If they did that next year, they're winning 9 or more games. They're winning 9 games.
9 games?
Yeah, they could win 9 games.
I ain't gonna go that far, DJ. 9 games.
Hey, what's that? What's that? 9-2? I'm not talking about this year.
I ain't talking about this. I know I ain't talking about this year either. I mean, I ain't gonna put that past them, but I don't know, man.
Man, that's tough to defend, man.
It is. I mean, I get it. You got to recruit that way, though. I'm only saying that because they got to, and they're probably going to run some form of RPO. They got a run pass option style quarterback with a really good running back. You got to put 7 in the box, 8 in the box, maybe. Yeah, you go 8 in the box. You got to put 8 in the box against Caleb Johnson because now, hell, we had 8 in the box and still couldn't stop him. Like we shut him. We contained him. We didn't shut him down. But you put 8 in the box and make that quarterback prove that he can throw.
Hey, let me read this real quick. Israel Kerr says, man, Valley not winning 9 games. I was talking about I'm not saying
Israel know what it is, man. Israel know what it is.
But can you understand what I'm saying? Not this year, but in let's say years later.
I can't. It's just, I'm not anything's possible. Yeah, I get it. I ain't gonna, but no, I ain't gonna say 9.
Well, how many teams?
I could be wrong. Huh?
How many teams can defend it though? And I'm hypothetically saying this, like in not this
year.
Well,
the problem that they're gonna run into is after the first 2 games, the coaches are gonna watch the film and adjust. They're gonna put a plan in place. And here's what you're gonna run into. Let's just say hypothetically, I don't know what the years are left. I don't know how it goes. But let's just say Southern has a similar D-line. You think Dooley ain't going to adjust and have Jordan Lewis and fucking Jason Dumas and Jack State D-line going to be nasty. And I'm going to name a name, Grambling. Grambling already had a good defense. People forget that. People think because they were 4-7 that they and they won the Bayou Classic, by the way. They were 4-7, they won the Bayou Classic, and they had a really good offseason in recruit. But their defense was solid. And then you take one of the best names in the conference, Gentle Hunt, defensive lineman from FAMU. Cool name, man.
Man, that's waiting to happen.
Hey, man, his name is so cool, bro. Me and Zoe was talking about this the other day, man. We was thinking of other names of college kids, like who had one of the coolest names, man. And, like you think about kids like Cavassier, what's his name? Cavassier Smoke? Oh no, Smoke Monday. He just tore his Achilles, by the way. ACL, I think. Or was it Achilles for the Saints? Smoke Monday. What was the other kid's name, Zoe? It was Cavassier what? Was it Cavassier Smoke?
It was Smoke Monday and
it was Smoke Monday.
Yeah. That's the one.
Smoke Monday. It was somebody else's name, Cavassier something, man. He played for I think he played for Kansas or something. No, Kentucky. I think he played for I don't know. Anyway, but shout out to Gentle Hunt, man. Really good defensive lineman, man. And then they picked up some really good D linemen. So what I see the trend going up. So all I'm using this year's recruiting class as a ticker in a see, this is the thing that what a lot of people like to do when they're comparing. They don't know how to project upward in the standpoint of saying, okay, if I see this wave of this like renaissance of HBCUs, we gotta expect that 2023 is gonna be even better for Valley. It's Kentucky, that's right though. You gotta expect that it's gonna be better, right? So no, man. I don't see 9 games as a stretch because I'm saying from the trajectory, I think these are the I think the 2022 signing class for every school is probably going to be. I think I'll say it this way. I think the 2023 class is going to be um, a little better than 2022 for most of the schools in the SWAC because once again, you got to factor in this momentum we got. You got to factor in this TV time. You got to factor in the hype of the Celebration Bowl, the hype of the SWAC championship, the hype of somebody winning out of conference. The momentum is there. So you're going to see more of 2023 come to, I'm talking about more of 2023 high schoolers. I think you're going to see more high schoolers in the 3, 4, and maybe even 5-star range. Don't know if there'll be another 5-star that'll come to HBCU in 2023, but we don't know. Maybe Jack State get one, maybe somebody else get one, maybe FAMU lands one. We don't know. But I do feel like the amount of 4 stars out of high school is going to be higher in 2023 for HBCUs. I mean, now with that being said, that's what I'm saying. Like if they were to change that and go to something like that, I still see. And I'm factoring in Valley. I'm not looking at Valley as some outlier. They have recruited well. And here's what I want to say about Valley. You have to doff your hat off to Vince and his coaching staff because they were working with a half glass, bro. They were the only team in the conference operating with a half a deck of cards, and they were competing. So imagine with a full allotment of scholarships. Imagine with some upgraded facilities and some more energy. Shout out to Akeem McClellan, who's the new athletic director. He was the associate director of compliance for Jackson State. He's a Valley alum, and now he's the AD. So you got young, fresh ideas. You got fundraising jumping off. You got everything that I won't say everything, but a lot of the things that he was doing at Jackson State. You're going to see him do that same thing, but on a greater level. Our AD, our very own Ashley Robinson, is an alum of Valley. So they are friends, close friends. So think about it like this. Friends share contacts. So I expect Ashley and Keem to partner with some things. Coach Prime has a lot of love for Coach Vince and Dancy. And, I know he's tried to do some things for them. And so forth and so on. So what I'm saying is Valley has the potential with the help of Jerry Rice, with the help of, Willie Totten and others, alums that are trying to put money into that program. Valley definitely can close up some ground pretty quickly. Don't expect that game to be. You better not sleep on Valley this year, man. You better not. I'm telling you, somebody's gonna get upset. You're gonna get upset.
Before we go, I can say this. I agree on your point that 5 to 6 wins for Valley this year would be a major success for them for what they're building.
It will be. It will be. I see them going. And this is just. I see them going 5 and 6. I mean 6 and 5 maybe, but I mean you got to look at who they have on their schedule. I think they play Prairie View, they play UAPB, they play everybody in the East. Do not sit up there and think that Alabama A&M can't lose the Valley. Alabama A&M ain't got to kill glass no more. Don't think that Jackson State. I mean, it'll be all hell to break loose if we lose the Valley. I'm just saying we ain't losing the Valley, bro. That just ain't. We can't allow that to happen at all. We trying to bust the clock on everybody. But I'm just saying, 5 and 6 is solid. Because 4 of them wins might come from within the conference. Could be 5 wins in the conference. That's strong, man. I'm telling you, that's strong. That's strong. So we'll see. I don't think they're gonna win just 3 games. I think they're gonna win. I'm five. I got to win in 5 games, man. I got to win in 5 games. Maybe we can do kind of like a pre-kickoff show where we get all the bright minds together and everybody get on tap and give their predictions for. See, that's a show idea. We might have to do that on my page, man. I gotta get some subscribers, man.
Hey man, you heard the man. Let's get to 4,000 watch hours.
Hey man, we got.
Hey, we'll do that.
We got to do that, dog. No, but no, man, it's cool, man. Valley's strong, man. They strong. Oh, they coming. They coming. They've had a couple of, good, barring no injuries, no major injuries. We should see some really good football from them.
But yeah,
Ken,
that's a
Coach Simmons say I'm down.
Hey man, me, you, Coach Simmons, and Coach Walker, Tomorrow Little Sports Network.
Hey man, we can do it, man.
Hey man,
get Zoe on that thing. We gotta get some more personalities on there, man. You can even get. I don't care who all you get. Get Yard on there. Get Blue. Anybody. I'm trying to think of a few. I mean,
don't forget Swag.
Swag. Oh yeah, Swag. That'll be definitely Swag. I'm just saying, we're just doing a preseason. How many wins? Get GS and J Magnum on that thing. We got it. How many you got? Yeah. Submit it, and we'll see who was writing in. We'll look through some schedules. I mean, that sounds like fun to me. I keep up with everybody's stuff for the most part. Somebody else got another question, Coach said he down. But other than that, bro, who that? Since I've been alive, I've seen one Valley win against Jack State on 42. That's true. And that was 2014 under Coach Comergy. And I actually, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm gonna go on record and I might get vilified for this, but I was not disappointed about that loss because I was extremely furious that they fired Coach Comergy. I'm sorry. I was hurt behind that firing in 2013. We lost SWAC championship to Southern. And in December, late December, they let Coach Comergy go, and then he was hired on at Valley, and Valley beat us, man, like a last second. It wasn't last second, but it was toward the end of the game, through the pass, man, and the DBs and the wide receiver crossed, and right before they tried to cross, the ball came in between, and the wide receiver caught the ball, man, scored a touchdown. I think they won like 16-14, bro, and man, the kids were, they were emotional, but I think they were more emotional because they missed coach. Their coach was now across the sideline, and I don't think they emotionally got up for that game. Many of the players were crying, and he was consoling those players. Because, that's the thing that we don't think about when ego, man. I got to say this before we get off this call, man. We got to stop allowing ego, man, to mess up stuff, man. I love that little clip. That clip that Kevin Hart said on a Pivot podcast, it's always us, man. We don't ever know how to work through stuff. We always let ego get in the way and, whatever. So I'm just saying, bro, it's like we always mess up good things because of pride, ego, selfishness. Like I can't even be friends with somebody that's self-centered. I can't. We're going to clash because DJ, no matter what I said on this live, bro, I'm just me. I'm not right or wrong on anything. I'm just giving my opinion, and I don't like to be around people who feel like their thought process is law. It's fluid. Always leave space. My parents always taught me to always leave room for error. Always consider the other man's mindset. Be respectful. You give what you hope to get back. And even if you don't get it back, you give it anyway because you get to leave that situation and with a clear conscience and a clear mind. You don't have to apologize later. You know what I'm saying? So I just think, man, I've seen so many things happen just from administrations and head coaches and just beef amongst all kind of just scandals and stuff, man. I'm sorry. I left a lot of Facebook groups because I'm just not interested in seeing beef. Banter is fun, but to be honest with you, everybody I talk smack with from other schools, I could break bread with them. I could sit down with them and have some food and a beverage of choice, and we could exchange ideas and really try to partner. It's not that serious to me. I don't want to sit in. I don't want to celebrate the calamity of another school, because to me it's like celebrating, somebody in the family getting hurt, and that's how we got to think about this, man. Everybody needs to get better on a lot of fronts, and we be silently competing all the time, man. We do that
man.
all the time, all the time. It ain't the. I'll say it this way: most of all the dynasties that came crumbling down, they most all of them came crumbling down from within. It's never the enemy, because you prepare for the enemy, but it's the enemy for a reason. You break that word down, enemy, enemy. It's always internal, bro. And this is all I'm saying. Somebody that's egotistical or self-centered is somebody that's basically saying, this is me and I'm the center of the world, bro. And everything around me, like the world revolves around me. And that's just not that way. There's only one that can claim that type of position, and we not it, and that's not us. You know what I'm saying? So you always want to give light to everybody, man, and be respectful, man. And I'm just loving the growth and the camaraderie that's coming from within the HBCU space. And if don't nobody else do it, man, maybe we can do it. When I say me, I mean we as a collective. So the only thing I would leave everybody with is just, hey, man, you go be the thing that you hope to see. If you don't see it, then you be it. If ain't nobody got no sense, you have some sense. If ain't nobody being on this thing, everybody's a liar, then you tell the truth. If everybody's a thief, then you get what I'm saying. Just be what you hope to see. And I'm loving like I said, the direction, but I see a lot of fake love that go on in this space. People be hating on the slide. People really, cool platforms and respectability in this space. They just won't allow themselves to be honest because how they feel about the next one.
Yeah, yeah, in line. They try to you know, any type of good thing you have going on, whether it's social media, personal life, anybody trying to throw down your shine, they don't want you to ever be right. Like you said, their word is law. I try to keep to myself, and
Yeah,
with that mentality, it helps you sleep at night. That's all I'll say.
man, for real. And listen, man, I'm gonna say this again. I don't really care because the old Ken, he don't live here no more. So I'm gonna just say, like, I'm not. When I say what I'm saying, I am not, thinking about anybody in particular. I'm just thinking about us as a people, as a collective, like as a unit. I'm always thinking high level because I'm in rooms, DJ, that a lot of us ain't in. And I'm just saying that from a perspective of what I see. And there's a responsibility you have when you exposed to certain things to just put it out there. Now people, what they do with it is what they do with it. You know what I'm saying? I always try to be in a room with people that I would say know more than I know. You know, a part. I always mention Zoe because one of the cool things about our friendship is that I lean on him a lot for stuff that he know. I lean on my friends are most all my friends in Austin. I'm saying like most of these guys are, what I'm saying, got great careers, got great families. These are stand up dudes, man. They're principled. They operate at a high level, and I just try to be in a space that keep me moving in that direction and less junk, less mess. I stay away from the mess. That's why I was saying I left a lot of them Facebook groups, a lot of the chat. It just didn't jive well no more with my spirit. And I ain't knocking nobody that's in it. I just couldn't deal with it no more because, I know me and I get triggered, man. I don't want to get triggered no more. I had to take control of myself and realize that sometimes you just got to distance yourself away from stuff. And I said this on Twitter the other day. I've never seen hate defeat love, bro. I've never
Man,
seen that. I've never seen that. And you never will see it, you know. You never will see it. I don't care how hard or how, it doesn't matter, man. In any form, I've never seen negativity overpower positivity. So I'm going to try to spread love in every way I can. And it is what it is, man. You know, So,
Man,
yeah, man.
thank you, Ken, for stopping by on the show and subscribe to.
Man, if it wasn't you, bro, if it was, it's a few of you guys, man, that I definitely rock with, and I'm getting ready to get my evening going, man. And I was like, I just tuned in. I didn't even think about coming on, but when you said it, I might as well. So appreciate you for having me, man. Appreciate everybody for chiming in, man. I do this all day, every day, bro. This real life, real talk every day, all day. We chopping it up about something, bro. So again, man, it's gonna be a fun swag season. What's the date, man? The 6th. FAMU, 21 days from game one. I can't wait, man. We're 3 weeks away from watching FAMU play UNC in the SWAC MEAC Challenge, bro. That's exciting, dog.
Man, get your popcorn ready. I'm ready for some football,
yeah, man. Man, it's that time. Zoe said this today. One more last quote from Zoe. Zoe said, look, bro, you got the Hall of Fame speeches and stuff today. That means we 1 week away from football for the rest of the year. Once we get started, football for the rest of the year. Listen, I'm gonna tell y'all, to all the people in the chat, man, again, got nothing but love for y'all, man. Come to the channel, subscribe to the channel, subscribe to Tiger Talk with the 1400s Club, subscribe to 1400 Club, follow us on Facebook, social media, every social media outlet, Twitter, we everywhere. But listen, man, this me every day. This me every day. When you the greatest testament of a man is how does that man respond in the face of adversity. And if that brother or sister can show you a nature that's greater than ignorance in the midst of foolishness, that's when you're working with something. So shout out to everybody, man, that always show love, show support. I'm gonna keep doing what I do. And I know that let the haters do what they do, so it is what it is. We ain't gonna stop no shining. You know what I'm saying?
Doubt. And like them boys said, when you subscribe to this channel or Ken's channel, make sure to hit the notification button.
I want to say one last thing. I already told DJ, and I'm gonna say this on the channel. DJ coming to the Jackson State Grambling game. I just told DJ, make sure he just get to Jackson. When he get to Jackson, I got everything else. Don't worry about no ticket. Don't worry about nothing. I'll make sure he get connected with the right people to get access from a media standpoint to hopefully bring some video footage and some pictures and some dope content for his page. Because again, like I said, this is a partnership. Listen, folks, there's enough room, there's enough seats at the table for everybody. It don't have to be dog eat dog. Everybody can get some shine. Everybody can elevate. Everybody can, man. It just, I get we feel like we got to hurry up and hoard and eat our food to ourselves because we're scared that the food gonna run out. I ain't never seen, when you go into a room with like I was telling you about that room, and I'm done when I say this. I've seen people that make my salary look like look like minimum wage. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm saying multiple people, and I'm just sitting here like, boy, how the hell I get in this room? You know what I'm saying? I'm from Brown Bottom. You don't know nothing about Jackson, Mississippi, man. I'm from Brown Bottom, man. And the people don't understand when people see my face go up on certain things, people see my voice and my name getting spoken bad on, people hit me up like, hey, what's happening? What's going on? What this is? And it's all love. It ain't nothing. It's cool. But let me tell you something. When you elevate and you move yourself into a different arena, man, I just ain't really see people they don't delve into a lot of foolishness, man. The stuff that these people would say is just different. I always say happy people don't hate. Haters aren't happy, and happy people don't hate. Have you ever seen? Y'all, when we go, think about this, and I'm gonna leave y'all this, and I'm out. Think about every situation you've ever been in, and you've experienced any type of hate or any type of. Have you ever seen that person be? I've never seen a happy hater. I'm talking about somebody that's really happy, somebody that's really got joy in their heart, somebody that's really about positivity. I've never seen them trying to tear somebody else down or whatever the case may be. I've never seen that. Because when you really are genuinely got it up in here, then you can spread it because you know that it ain't gonna run out. It comes from a good place. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I said when DJ come, anybody that's coming to Jackson, Now, I ain't got no bunch of tickets, man. I got a few of them. I got I always get like 2-3 sets of season tickets that I give away in if I have to use or whatever the case may be. But if you come to Jackson, when you come into a game, and I plan on being at every home game this year. So just let me know when you're coming. We'll break bread, man. Anybody on this call, just hit your boy up. Let me know you're coming, and if I'll do what I can do. See what I can do. If I can't, at least I can find the ticket for you or something. Make the process easy. But if you're in this media space, Coach Simmons, I know Coach said he coming. Make sure you hit me up when you coming, Coach. And anybody else, any other creators or any other media guys that are looking to come to the game. I know Kobe's trying to come to 2 games now. He was going to definitely come to the Southern game, but he's trying to come. He was like, Kobe said, man, I don't know about the OBC, dog. I might just skip the OBC and come to the Grambling Jack Bay game. I said, well, you ain't going to do nothing. You ain't done nothing wrong. But just let me know whenever you coming, and I'll see what I can do, if I can do anything for you. But I just wanted to make sure I shared that with your subscribers and those that's tuned in. Let them know, man, we're going to take care of you when you come to Jackson, bro. Get you some good home down south cooking. And now what you gonna have to shoot your own shot to them sisters, man. I can't help. No. I can put you in the room where they at.
Hey, that's all I need.
Put you where they at. I can take you to where they at, baby. You know what I'm saying? But
man, that's all I need.
Hey, I'll love to you, brother.
Hey, Ken, that's all I need. Once it's placed there, I do my own moves. I'm good. I'm good, man. I'm my father's son, man. The game is going in me.
Oh, no doubt about it, man. No doubt about it, man. Well, bro, much love to you, bro. Appreciate you for having me on. Appreciate everybody tuning in. Everybody that subscribed, man. Thank you. I appreciate it.
And we out. Peace and blessings. Peace and love. Let's go.